Welcome to Unsung Fury, episode 18. Got our wonderful cast with us. Hello, how y'all doing?
Hello, hey.
I'm doing great. I'm sporting a Patriots hat because it triggers Tyler, and that makes all of us smile.
It's all right. I brought my sack because it's depicting of how much the Patriots are going to get sacked for all their cheating scandals.
Okay, I was wondering where the sack part was coming.
Yeah, I was like, did you leave it behind when I met you? Because it seemed like you didn't have one.
Oh.
I thought we were just going to call Tyler a sad sack for being a Bengals fan.
Oh. Never trust Big Red.
Hey, at least it's guaranteed I'm not bandwagon.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Hey, listen, my wife is a diehard Pats fan, and I just say yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well, that was a choice to wear the hat, so I don't know about that.
Well, the hat was for Tyler because it's my other
Because
wife.
he hates them.
Okay.
I have a Patriots coffee mug somewhere.
It's because they're the most prolific cheaters to ever have existed in the NFL.
Oh shit!
I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
I think you might be wrong.
Anyway,
Let's fact check.
We're here to play some Warhammer Wrath and Glory. If you haven't ever watched us before, all of our VODs are up on YouTube, so you can check them out. We're coming to an end of our season. Things are ramping up. It's getting a little crazy. I think we have maybe one or two episodes left. It depends on where we end up in our story tonight. But to kick things off, we'll just kind of go around quickly to say who our characters are that we're bringing to the table. People can introduce themselves as well, and then we'll get things started. So first and foremost, we'll start backwards. We'll start with Gildo today, played by Eric Vulgaris.
Okay. Start with me. I was going to make a joke that I'm the game master, but yeah. Okay. Leave nothing for Frank. But yeah, everybody, I'm Eric Vulgaris. I'm a part-time streamer, Roll20's business analyst, and I play Gildo Stern, who is a Katachan Rambo-esque figure, loves killing people with knives, okay with a gun, but really all about those knives and sneaking around. It's me. Super excited.
Awesome. And then, of course, we have next up Torene, played by Apocalypto. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Torene is a soldier boy who dual wields fantastic pistols. One's bolt, one's plasma, so he evaporates enemies when he decides to kill them. And Luther might be in his sights right now for wearing a Patriots hat. But
it's like, why is that there? Oh.
Correct.
he's an Imperial Guardsman that's also kind of like a desperado. But yeah, that's Torene. I'm Tyler Scheid. Wade, I've had this haircut for a while. Where have you been? And
It's true.
yeah, you can find me everywhere as Apocalypto_12.
Except for YouTube.
Except for YouTube, just get rid of the underscore because YouTube doesn't like the underscore.
I got you. And of course, we have Luther, played by Delric. He looks very cold in space right now.
Well, the near vacuum of space is very cold.
Tell us a little bit about the character you're bringing to the table.
Well, on the side, I play Luther as a character. He's stern, strict, and is always willing to do what needs to be done to be successful in the name of the God Emperor. But primarily, I'm actually the game master of this game, since Frank's camera is broken and his microphone is probably on its way out as well. I'll just kind of, same as last time, pick up where he left off, stealing, Eric's jokes and finishing up the things that Frank can't hear. So, Oh, Delric, by the way.
And I play Ostara, who is Extinction Psyker. Is hearing crazy things in her head. She's seeing her grandfather, who she thinks is dead. Things are weird, and they only keep getting more strange the more she uses her powers. But at the same time, it's got us off this gosh darn planet. Because, oh my gosh, we've been trying to get off this planet for the past 5 episodes. So maybe we'll get to see who is still alive on Thunderbolt. So tossing things over to our game master, Frank, take it away.
Hello, everyone. As you all know, I'm Control Frank. Not going to bother with much. We're going to jump right into things today.
You can tell we're excited. Everyone just kept it short and sweet.
Last episode, after a good-sized fight that ended up with a few dozen House Guard soldiers of the Governor's Palace dead. And sadly, the party did lose a very important member. The tank that you guys were going to try and take with you was left behind.
You mean the Chimera?
The Chimera. It's technically a tank. It has treads.
It's more like an APC.
I believe that's its actual name. It says on the side, technically a tank.
Technically a tank.
Technically tank.
Yeah, you guys made it aboard the actual commissar's personal yacht, the Radiant Sparrow, which is a cutter. So a nice sizable void craft, not capable of warp travel, but enough to get you out of atmosphere, where you all heard a broadcast that was sent throughout the entire planet from a single Imperial ship. What was that message? Who remembers?
I think that's actually was Gildo's thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, not Gildo. It was for all of you.
Yeah, but it was Gildo knew who it was.
No, you're talking about the Vonderwolf.
Mhm.
Oh. I don't
Y'all
remember
know
what
who
the
it
message
is.
was
It's,
exactly.
Her name is in my personal log.
I didn't write down the exact words, but I do remember
Captain's log.
Oh wait, no, it's not Natalia.
something
It's,
going
it's-
across the...
Yeah, it was
Alana?
Natalia. Natalia Decan is the
Ta-
captain of the Vonderwolf.
Put out Nat.
No, Natalia is the boisterous queen.
That would be Ophelia. So the Boisterous Queen is the Inquisition ship
Yes.
owned by Ophelia. I forgot her last name. The Vonderwolf is the ship that you all came in on
Yeah.
to this system. It was a simple rogue trader led by Captain Natalia Decan.
The con's a giveaway. The duh.
So wait, the Vonderwolf is the one that's shooting instead of. I thought
Yes.
it was. Oh.
Yeah, that's the one that just
What's
blew up
her
the
last
capital
name again?
when we left.
Decan. Dekan.
Maybe not the whole capital.
Yeah, so the Vonderwolf, which you all thought was destroyed and lost in space, or you guys might have thought that,
Well, we're not sure. We weren't sure.
appears to have survived, however, heavily damaged. Now, in orbit around the planet, you all received the message about an hour or two ago, and you saw the single broadside that erupted from its stern as it sent these mass-driven chunks of lead down towards the capital city.
We are staying clear of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd rather not be a part of the chunks falling.
I think if I can open communications with them, do we still have our black box transmitter?
I don't know. Do you guys?
I mean, I
I
would
bel-
assume we do, but I didn't know if we did. So I was thinking
Is
that-
it something that would fit in somebody's backpack, or was it left? with
Yeah,
you
it's something
can
that
put it
fits in the backpack.
you? Okay.
It was our transmitter that we were turning on and off all the time. But we turned it off the last time because we got attacked by those people.
Yeah, you haven't turned it on since Torne's been there.
No, we haven't. But I think we turn it on now and we try to communicate with the Vonderwolf if possible.
Almost immediately, as soon as you turn on the beacon, it takes a mere 5-10 seconds before your gun cutter is hailed immediately. And Alana looks towards Luther, questioningly whether to answer or not.
We probably would have had a message going through if we could.
Would we have had time for that, Frank?
Or
So I get
was
a
it
message?
just so fast? Was it like as soon as we turned it on?
It was literally you guys turned it on. 5 seconds later,
Okay.
someone's calling you.
We answered the HAL.
So we would, yeah, absolutely answer the
yeah,
call.
we answered
Except
the HAL.
I'm gonna let Maggie kind of take over because she, again, this is more her jurisdiction.
Oh, I was gonna say beforehand he was gonna look. Torne was gonna look to Gildo and be like, "Are these the people you called?"
Hey, we could play out the scene
We're-
before.
Oh yeah, because you weren't on the Vondervolk.
He just wouldn't recognize the ship or anything. It was just a
He
matter
was on the
of
Wonderwolf because he was in one of the pods.
right, but I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
if he remembers the
Yeah.
captain's name or anything like that.
Oh sure. Well, Gildo absolutely would, and
But
know
there's
that this
the
is not
Vondervolk.
Ophelia's ship. And I was
Yeah.
saying,
That is the
No,
Wonderwolf.
this is-
We must communicate with them.
this isn't the cavalry I was thinking was coming in. I thought these people were goners. Looks like they're as tenacious as a gold catachan.
We need to turn on our
Beacon.
beacon.
Oh, that would prove that we're absolutely survivors, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is there
So right
where-
now we're driving the Radiant Sparrow, so we need
Is
to
there
make
a
it
hail-
clear.
Yeah, is there like a hailing frequency or anything?
Yeah. So we turn it on, and then I guess they hail us, right?
Yeah, they immediately.
Okay.
You guys get a.
We
immediate-
answer that. We answer the HAL. What does the HAL say when they?
Just an immediate, in a very robotic voice. Clearly, either a servitor or a member of the Mechanicus.
Mhm.
Unidentified vessel. You have a beacon belonging to this ship. Identify yourselves immediately or be destroyed.
This is Ostara Thomas, a BT's officer. 31697713. We have taken over the Radiant Sparrow. This is not our ship. I repeat, and then I just repeat what I just.
Yeah, immediately, almost as soon as you end speaking, the mechanical voice answers. Literally processing your information and then spitting it right back at you. The only lag is the time lag between your ships. You are marked as deceased along with 3 others. Identify escape vessel.
I was actually the one piloting that ship.
8675309.
Yeah, exactly.
86753.
That's right. We made that joke several times.
I thought that was my
That
sweep.
joke's-
That was your ship, yeah.
Damn it! Anyways, I was the one piloting it, so I imagine I would know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will chime in at this point and say, Luther Houchard. Oh crap! What's my actual title called? Junior Commissar, Luther Houchard, Junior Commissar of the Vonderwolf commission, sent to serve on XYZ. The escape pod that was used by 3 people on this vessel, plus a 4th who was no longer with us, was, and I say what it is.
Yeah, and it was a long string of numbers. And you pass it on to them. And once again, without much pause, and your other survivors, Gildo Stern, Bjor Thorstris, are they aboard as well?
I actually will kind of lean back so Gilda has clear space to speak to the microphone or whatever.
This is Gildo. This is Gildo Stern. I'm accounted for. And are you guys? I'm gonna hold the open to Star. I guess Star's already mentioned, so I guess I have to be the one who says Bjor's not here. Sure.
Processing.
We
new
wait and see if he
information.
asks.
Yeah, literally, you get him saying processing new information. Hold. And you immediately all notice. Or actually,
I
A
fucking
lot.
hate this planet. If you need any proof.
that there's you have multiple target locks on you coming
worry
from
about
the point defense systems.
Yeah, totally.
You are cleared to dock. Enter hangar 361. Any movement outside of protocol will be counted as hostile action. You will be eliminated.
I like the idea that the entire time that the scene took place, all the locks, the fact that we're on the verge of death, the only person on the entire ship that actually had any inkling of fear was a Bengals fan. Everybody else was actually perfectly fine with the situation.
Hey, this is because I was not personally there for stuff and didn't watch the old episodes, so I didn't know what was going on.
We all have the fearless ability, except for you, which is
Yeah, you're
hilarious.
the one who's not.
I'm just teasing, of course.
Fine, you can be fearless. I still have a better gun.
I'm gonna miss my Mondays with you. Who else am I gonna be mean to?
Yeah, so overall, because space travel is, air quotes, slow, you just have to travel long distance. You guys, it takes you a few hours to get there. Does anybody do anything aboard the Glamorous Sparrow before you reach the rendezvous? Or the Radiant Sparrow, not the Glamorous Sparrow.
Oh, I mean, not sure if I do anything in particular other than like look like relaxed and feel like for the first time I can let my guard down and not in a shitty fucking planet anymore.
Yeah.
Tornate would probably heal himself and take a nap.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
go
sure.
roll
Yeah,
to
that-
see if you notice the Death Guard in front of you, who was hiding aboard the ship the entire time.
What?
No, I'm joking.
You just kill him.
It's why I was doing this voice. This is my
What?
joke voice.
What do I need to roll, or if anything?
For healing yourself, you don't have to make any rolls. Yeah, so
I would probably heal as
And
well.
taking my nap, will I get all of my shock back?
yeah.
Would we get any of our wounds back?
Yeah, you guys get full wounds back.
Cool.
Oh,
I only had
good.
one. I healed one. Yay.
Yeah, I think the same. For
Simply
me.
because it takes several hours to simply get there. You have to fly, sadly.
I mean, who flies?
Alana.
Alana.
Isn't she like fucked
Wounded.
up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
got-
we need to
she
get
got
her. We
healed.
get her help.
Shouldn't we have like not her fly and have like the least injured person fly? And it sounds like Gildo's the pilot.
Yeah.
I
But
can
I'm
pilot for a
definitely
little
not.
bit. We could swap off. Mostly on autopilot anyway right now.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, if you're worried about her her health, she'll turn to you and say, yes, I can let the machine spirit take over, and it will guide us towards our destination.
Machine spirit. Roll my eyes at your. No, I'm just kidding.
She immediately shoots you for heresy.
I also.
Yeah. Astara, make a psychic mastery test for me real quick.
Oh.
No reason in particular.
Oh, yes.
7.
Okay, cool.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Yeah, Astara, you feel as if something from the planet side is reaching out towards you, attempting to grasp you. And maybe in your own vision, you can see, as you look out one of the many windows, a dark hand reaching out towards you. And then you hear a familiar voice as someone walks behind you aboard the ship. Our reach is not that strong, but you will be able to sense it soon. Their power is growing exponentially all of a sudden. Your friend over there made a mistake, and he nods his head towards Luther. Seeing one of the Dark One's names has ignited something that we did not want. It has corrupted millions, if not most of the population there.
I think it did something.
And what do you picture it did, little one?
I don't know, but. Feel it.
Heard it.
Everyone else make a psychic mastery test for me.
What?
Except for Tarane.
What is that noise?
That's a plane.
Oh.
It's the warp opening. That's
Wow.
what that noise is.
I only got a 1.
I'm going to commit a
Impressively bad.
wrath.
Where's my? I have my unquestioning faith that I can prevent.
You said you didn't have to roll.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I think it's because of my unquestioning faith.
Yeah. Gildo, you feel sick to your stomach, but it's a feeling you've never felt before. It's not a physical feeling. And next to a star, you see a shape. You can't
Oh yeah,
make out
and
what
you
it
guys
is.
all hear me talking to myself, but I do that all the time anyway. But now it sounds like I'm talking to someone else. Like it sounds like I'm having a conversation versus my normal mumbling.
Torne always stares at you when you do that.
Creepy.
Yeah. Luther, you're much the same way. There's this non-physical feeling in the pit of your gut, but you see what looks like a older gentleman standing next to Astara aboard the ship.
I turn around from looking outside where I was watching the hand. I turn to look at and say, do we stop it?
Well, the best option is to, of course, destroy the source. I have done some digging here while you have been running and distracting them. They were trying to gather the attention of the Dark Ones. Your friend over there gathered quite a lot of attention from one of them.
Which friend is he gesturing?
Luther.
Do
You
I
guys
do I
can't
actually hear this as well?
Yeah,
I was just genuinely curious.
to you, Luther, you're able to hear it. It sounds like somebody speaking underwater. You're
Oh yeah, totally.
kind of understand it, but it's muffled.
Because I'm in the it's like in the. I say, what is this?
Not where you would think it would be. And at the same time, exactly. And he points down towards the planet. It is deep underground, below the pit and the belly of the city. You've seen it before. It was attempting to chase you.
I remember. See what I can do. But I will not be able to do.
I assume not. The warp is fickle and angered now. But I believe you will be able to do that and destroy it. And he reaches out and puts his hand on your head as if you're still a child.
Can I feel the hand?
Yeah. It's like the first physical interaction you've had with your grandfather in decades.
I mean, I'm watching this. Do I get the sense that this is not a normal physical thing?
This is not a normal physical thing.
Okay, I don't say anything. I'm just going to watch, of course.
Sarah doesn't really normally express emotion, but as blankly staring forward, kind of a tear.
If you wish, I can ease your pain permanently now. I've gathered enough strength for that, at least.
I hear him say
music.
that, and I'm going to actually say, Astara.
Doesn't really say anything back to me. She's still staring ahead.
The noise that they put in your head, I can take it away forever.
Like more.
This
Yeah,
is the
yelling
cat in
in
the
the
background.
You,
It's the warp
your
demons.
wowling torment. Yeah.
Yeah,
and then she nods.
Yeah. And he nods slightly as You see him slowly beginning to fade away once more. It is done then. And you feel odd as he reaches his hand into your head, pushing past. It's not so much a painful sensation as much as it feels like static running through your brain and your spine. As you can feel the circuitry simply stopping.
Ostar like shivers.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's Scott. That's not Tyler. Tyler has his hands up. That's not him on the screen. And Luther, you notice the figure turn towards you. Kind of just shake its head.
Yeah, Luther.
And you can hear it a little more clearly now as it's speaking directly towards you.
Oh, hello. Don't know if I like this.
Kamarsar, I would suggest in the future, watching what you say, as not to incite more righteous behavior from the dark gods.
I'm sorry, but what are you?
That is the question you will have to live with. All I can say is I am a servant of my father.
I'm gonna look to Astara to see how she kind of like a quick glance to her to see if she gives any facial reaction to my question and his answer.
Dara has no questions.
Then I'm
That's
gonna-
her normal.
I'm
She's
gonna
just-
walk.
Her eyes, like she just has tears coming down her eyes as she's staring at where her grandpa.
Then I'm gonna walk forward and I'm gonna draw my gun. And I'm not actually gonna point it at him yet, and I'll say, I don't like to repeat myself.
What does Torrene say other than?
Torrene, they are talking to the air.
Well, seeing Luther talk to it and draw his gun, he's probably going to draw his gun and point it at Luther.
Yeah.
You hear me say the phrase, what are they? So what are you? Talking to the air. So clearly I'm not like threatening to anybody else.
When you say, I don't like repeating myself, Astara will stand in front of her.
So now you see a star step between me and whatever it was I was talking to before. And I'm going to look at you
Does
quizzically
the-
and say, you first?
Does not matter.
But it does.
Your
Who is
grandfather
this?
takes a few steps forward, passing through you, and goes to Luther.
When he passes through her, because I imagine I have no idea what this
He
is.
shoots me and I die.
This is when you guys see all of a sudden I fall back into defensive stance and I've got the gun up and it looks like I'm aiming it at her. So that's when you can have that reaction there, Tyler. Right?
Yep.
Because I'm aiming it at the dude that just floated through her. But
I put my hand up.
Yeah.
she's there.
What does Gilda do? Because you just see this blurred figure. It's not even humanoid. It's
Is this like a weird shadow?
yeah.
Shadow.
I don't know. I feel like I'm asleep for this.
You do the little, like, you know when a dog like has a running dream, you like kick your legs.
Yeah, I feel like that's I was trying to go to sleep and I got that weird twinge in my brain and that it's just like a dream or something.
You opened your eyes, you saw a little shadow, and you went back to sleep.
Yeah, I think I'm just dreaming. Because this is the first time I feel safe and
Should
like
I
that's a
sing
good
you
sleep.
a lullaby there, Eric?
I don't
Gilda's
need it.
precious.
Sure.
Yeah. Luther, make a psychic mastery test. Actually,
I-
not psychic mastery, a will save.
Will by itself. Sure.
Not bad.
Gloriously.
Get a glory.
Yeah,
I
you
usually do.
feel as you attempt to raise your arm, you're able to hold it up, but you're not able to aim proper. It's pushing to the side as the figure walks towards you.
What's to the side?
His gun.
No, but
Oh,
what? Is there
nothing.
anybody else? Okay.
It's not pointed towards Astara.
Mhm.
which is the main sense that you're getting out of it. Is
I mean, my concern is literally shooting a weapon in a spaceship. But
no, not a weapon, a bolt gun, which is a rocket-propelled bullet grenade.
exactly.
Yeah, but it's not going to hurt the hull of an advanced futurist. Like, if you shot a gun in a modern spaceship, it won't hurt it.
You're right. Explosions in spaceships are good ideas.
Yeah, it would hurt it.
Never mind, I take it back. It's pressurized air in a vacuum. Take it
Yeah,
back.
you would absolutely pierce the ship. Those things are like made of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's made out of what? Titanium, right?
I mean, it's not like a
Which is light
fuselage
metal.
of titanium.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the
the figure
frame
take,
is, and then there's panels and shit, and it's made of some metal.
but
not-
the figure takes its last few steps towards you, Luther. Do you react or do you simply
Plasma.
let it?
I
Plasma
do one
gun,
of these.
plasma
I did
gun.
I slid back. I'm like looking at it. My gun's kind of aimed off to the side, and so I'm actually gonna look to as the thing approaches me. I'm gonna grit my teeth and you know what? Because again, I'm not afraid of it. I actually want to drop my gun and reach down to pull out my chainsword. But once again, just kind of give like a gritted teeth, like, what are you?
Did Gildo give it back to you?
Yeah, I took that back forever.
I assume so.
He handed that back to me.
I no
ages
longer
ago.
hear like the hymns and prayers.
Yeah, you no longer hear the hymns, prayers, the music, the messages inside your head.
That's gotta be
empty and
wild.
clear.
That's got to be absolutely wild.
And unlike the other times where your grandfather turned off the music, it's actually turned off this time. It's not deep within.
Mhm.
Luther,
You ask
Oh.
again, like, what was the wording?
I said, what are you? Speaking to it, but obviously you heard it as well.
Yeah. I say, this is my grandfather.
When you say that, I'll kind of like look genuinely like shocked for a moment because I don't understand these kind of things. I'm going to look to this old figure, then look back to you, look to it again.
I see the resemblance.
Yeah. Oh, that's what she's the wispy upper lip. Never mind.
Hey.
So I say, is he a friend or a foe?
you kind of just see him smile at you when you ask that question.
That's
His
creepy.
family.
It's like a long inhale and a labored exhale. I'll let the sword fall by my side, but not actually drop it onto the ground like I did my gun earlier, which is totally smart. Loaded gun dropped on the ground.
Thought I lost him. And they took him. And they took him. I saw him die in front. Not now.
He's looking not too far from dead at the moment.
Do not know what happened.
That is because there are things outside the grasp of both of you. One of you may learn, the other, and he looks at Luther, may fumble along.
Seems like tricks, Astara. Seems like you're being led.
You are the one that...
I
He's
will.
just as angry as... But he has the right. You are just fearing.
I don't think I fear it. I just don't know it.
All you must know then,
I don't know the unknown. Yep.
all you must know and be cautious of, from me, from her, and the other likes us. We wish for the Emperor to return to his previous form, not where he sits now. And she, and he points back towards Astara, is the progress we wish to make, the potential of a living saint once more.
He has actually weird twitch. doesn't understand.
Zara, what you need to say to him is, I had my adventure. I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you. Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
You watch way too much Disney.
Dude, Frozen 2 is on fleek. And I use that line.
Frozen 1 is better than Frozen 2. Frozen
Excuse
2
me,
is just
sir.
Fifth Element.
No, Frozen 2 is not only a great movie, but also has excellent messaging for all children.
Frozen 2 is not as good of a movie.
Oh, God, Tyler, you have terrible taste in football and film.
No.
I came away with, after watching both of those, feeling like, I liked the animation, but both of them, I was like, the story was like,
They're okay movies.
They break the mold of expectations of princesses and stuff like that.
That
Like,
is
it's
not true. The
absolutely
second movie
is true.
felt like they were going off checklist. But anyway,
what
let's
the hell
continue
are you
on the
talking
game.
about? Anna finds an inner strength to overcome everything without anybody around her, and literally uses psychological language of how to deal with deep depression. Like, it is one of the greatest things. I mean, it is amazing.
Wait, was it depression or simply trying to find their parents?
I mean, her parents were defined, or spoilers, her parents are guaranteed 100% to be dead. Her sister just died and Olaf just died. That's pretty depressing.
No, that's fine.
Oh, man.
Difference between grief and depression.
Okay. Sure,
Agreed.
because grief is not depressing. No.
It is
No.
depressing, but it is not depression.
And utilizing the language that she uses one small step at a time. I can't control everything ahead of me. It's too far to look that far, too deep to look that far ahead. But I can do one
I'm
tiny
not
step.
discounting the song. I'm just saying the story
That
is
is
very
literally
lacking.
what they teach people that are learning depression, that are learning to step through depression and anxiety. I mean, it is so good, so good.
Scott likes Frozen. Just
Oh,
so
my
y'all are
my wife just came downstairs and into the room to shake her head at me because she could hear what I'm saying.
Good.
But I love the movie.
Don't cry.
I love the movie.
No.
It's so good.
What did she say? I couldn't hear all the words.
Don't
She may have
cry.
told me don't cry.
Don't cry.
There may have at one point in time been a scene with me sitting on a couch holding a pillow like this to my chest, watching while crying a lot. It's such
Scott crying does not surprise me.
to
doesn't
film
surprise me.
to film in books, but like real life things, not really. But like well
Scott
written
crying
film.
to anything doesn't surprise me.
I cry a lot in general to like anything that is emotional. So I understand.
Right, if it's well written, if it's well composed for you, it should elicit emotion. You know what
It's
I mean?
well done music, just not the story.
Oh, Tyler, you have no Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
am dating a person who literally whole life has been in film. Don't even.
Yeah, but she's like 10, so her opinion doesn't matter.
What?
She's not 10. She's just very young.
She's not. No.
I hope not.
Well, she's in her
He's making
20s. I'm
fun
in my
of her 'cause
30s.
She's young, and
Yeah,
Scott is
yeah.
old in his mind.
Scott is
Because I'm
old.
always the oldest one.
You're not that old. You're like not. You're like the same age as me, dude.
I know. We're like
Wait,
not even a
40.
year apart. Ouch.
All right, getting back, reeling Scott back in.
Yeah.
Act
Back
2
from the
only war.
unknown.
You have made a grave mistake down there. You have corrupted millions upon millions and made the great enemy stronger. You best hope that we are able to fight it back. After all, if they win, well, that simply is something we cannot have.
It was a rash decision. It didn't work, and it probably caused more problems. I'll admit to that. I
You
still
are
don't
young.
know if working with specters is the appropriate approach, given the circumstances. but I think I just have to defer to you on this one, Astara.
Star nod.
Little one,
And she
it
like
is reaching out towards you again. I must go now and prevent it. And you see the figure look towards you, Astara, and then back towards Luther once more, before fully dissipating.
I turn to look out the window.
And you don't see anything. You see a large ship not too far off in the distance, far larger than your craft, the size of a small city. The Von de Wolf, simply before you now. A hangar open as the ship that you are on glides in, following several lights as it is brought.
You just see Ostara,
the
like,
building.
her hand up on the window, and then she's, like, clearing, like, clears out.
Is it obvious that Torrene, I know Gildo's sleeping, is it obvious that Torrene wasn't witnessing the entire scene, that he was only witnessing part of what was going on?
It's up to Torrene.
He was just kind of watching. After your pistol was dropped and stuff, he would have sheathed his. But I was gonna have a moment where he spoke up, but that didn't really fit. So I was like, he just kind of sat there and watched.
So I think actually, because if it's not obvious that you didn't witness the whole thing, when she's like staring out the window and wiping her eye and whatnot, I'm going to turn to Torrene and say, what do you think of him?
Who?
The Spectre.
I saw you guys talking to Air.
Oh. I'll look down at Gildo. He's sleeping. Look back up at you. Feel like,
Clutching my knife like a little baby toy.
Aww.
Like a little bear.
how much of it did you catch?
You asking Torrene?
Mm-hmm.
I heard the whole conversation from your end.
You couldn't even hear the Spectre.
Couldn't hear whatever the hell you guys were talking to, no.
Could you hear Astara?
I could hear Ostara talking, yeah. Something about her grandfather.
I'll nod. Apparently that's what the Spectre is. And how far is Astara from us?
Probably not very far.
Literally on the other side of the cabin.
I mean, so she's probably not too far away, but I'll lean in and I'll say softly, she might be able to hear us, but I'll say softly, with it being family involved, we do need to be concerned about her judgment in the matter. But she's never led us astray thus far.
That's to see if I hear you guys talking.
Oh, we can hear you.
Torrene would simply nod.
I don't know what I'd do from here. I don't know if I'd say anything to Astara. I think I need time to process, and she certainly seems like she needs time to process. So probably go in the cockpit.
Yeah, as soon as you enter the cockpit, Alana is there, like, patching the wound on her side, dabbing at it with a clean white cloth. Lord, luckily it was a through and through. Should be back up in action shortly, to my full capabilities. We're nearly docked now. The machine spirit will take care of the rest for us and guide us. However, she raises her hand and points out the cockpit window. It seems that they have a welcoming party for us. And you can see out that there are several soldiers scattered around with weapons drawn. Several with heavier weaponry meant to take down a ship of this size. All pointed towards you.
I was going to say also, after Luther went away, Torrene would pull something out of his pack and start toying with it.
Not too worried about the soldiers. I'd probably just walk confidently towards, once we actually have the pod or whatever open, To go confidently towards them, expecting whoever their leader or whatever's in charge to come towards us. It's not looking to march past them, just kind of like going up and waiting for their
Yeah, are we getting
representative to
off the
step
ship?
forward.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I follow in suit.
Yeah, so the ramp in the back of the ship lowers, and you all notice, those of you who are going off the ship, notice a good dozen or so soldiers, all with weapons pointed at you, all in cover.
Oh, sure.
What do they look like?
Of course they are. Like, hold on. So, for instance, like, this is literally like the bay comes down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I just
envisioning.
imagine like all of like the random supply crates around, like it's Star Wars,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
that's
And they're
exactly
all
what I'm
just
thinking.
like booked up with the las guns pointed at us, right?
Is
The
this
question is, are they
Exactly.
stormtroopers?
Hey,
Is
You're
this
like,
military or
hold on. We're not that famous.
Is this military
It's-
or officers?
Nah,
Make an awareness.
we're not pretty enough for this amount of popularity.
Yeah, that's what I would ask is
Nine?
who are they?
Why are we getting this welcoming party?
I was gonna say,
There's
Eric, what's your
actually-
name? Looks at you and disagrees.
Go down.
Yeah, you are.
More shipboard security than there are actual soldiers here. You do
They're not
notice
What does that mean? Are they?
They're
are
not
those, like,
Imperial
robots?
Guardsmen
Are they robots?
or
there are some combat servitors. The shipboard security are
They're not the
exactly that.
AdMech
They're-
things, though.
No, they're not AdMech.
Okay. So like the ship's
Um,
taken over by AdMech psychopaths.
but-
Okay.
They're not the soldiers you originally worked with aboard the Vonderwolf when you were there. The 3,000 Caledonian light infantry
They're back in
Imperial
time.
Guard unit.
Yeah.
20
They're
episodes
back.
ago.
They're back in time.
I'm gonna roll this.
And he shoots them. What are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to see if they're planning to immediately shoot or if they're awaiting, basically
Oh.
making sure we are who we say we are.
It looks more like by
This
the
is a
approach
caution,
of three
yeah.
of them.
There's a
Yeah.
precautionary response.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make sure we're who we say we are.
Or like not held under duress or something like that, right? And then used as like a Trojan horse. That kind of stuff.
Then
right?
we blow
Yeah.
up.
I was gonna say Tornay probably wouldn't even stood up. He'd probably still be sitting there, just kind of lounging.
Yeah. You see a group of three people break off from their cover and begin to approach you slowly. Two of them with bolt pistols out, another with no weapon out. You can tell that she's clearly an officer of sorts. Her regalia is much nicer, and her armor covering more of her body. Hold there. Names, identification, papers if you have them.
Astara will pick out her badge.
Means nothing, ma'am. I need actual identification.
Her paperwork and badge.
Okay. And she holds up a data slate and takes your paper and your insignia and scans it in. Looks at the data slate, puts it on her side, flips over, reads through your papers. All right, Astora Thomas, yes?
Nonsense.
Which means... And she points at Gildo, Luther, and Gildo.
I look at Gildo, look back at them and say, how dated is your information?
That depends. Your name and papers, sir.
I'll pull them out and step forward.
She takes them. Your name, sir.
Sorry, I thought you could read. Luther Houchard, Junior Commissar.
Good. So you're not lying about that, at least. And then she pulls out the data slate and scans it again. You can guess that she was trying to see if you would slip up if you were a imposter by naming you wrong.
Oh.
And she looks at the data slate again, puts it back on her belt, and hands you back your papers.
You were like, yeah, I'm totally Gildo.
Like, yeah, got it. Haha. I think we're not really pranksters.
Gildo, make a quick insight for me.
Okay. Any bonuses or context for?
I'll give you a modifier of 1. Like, full-on modifier, not a dice modifier. An actual modifier.
So not bonus die, but a roll mod.
A roll mod of 1.
Okay, well that's pretty good.
Mhm.
7.
Ah. And she looks towards you, Gildo, and you notice a slight smirk on her lips as she sees you. Oh, I recognize you. And you catch her eyes go up and down real quick. Hard to miss a Catachan and forget them.
Freaking Gildo getting all the ladies.
He does have that massive scar now.
Yeah.
And you said that your companion Bjorn is missing, yes? The Astartes?
Yeah, we could have used him back there. He's got pretty hairy.
Well, things might get hairy yet. The damn bastards down there raised the void shield around the hive.
Yeah. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm excited to be off this world and on this side of high explosives. This
I can
side of
imagine.
ordnance instead of the other.
I can only imagine. Fortunately, we're still fighting here, making sure that the rest of the pockets of resistance are gone. Alright, anyone else aboard your ship?
Yes.
How many
You
names?
mentioned Torne, and the other people on our ship.
Yeah, when you say Lana's name,
Another
I say,
survivor from a different craft.
Carl,
when you mention Alana's name, I'll actually say, and she is specifically with me. She serves as my pilot.
Yes, sir, and orders directly from the captain. Anyone from the world itself must be interrogated for loyalty.
May this be overseen.
Yes, sir. So you said that there are 3 aboard, and then another survivor, yes? Why did he not come down with you?
I do not know.
Would Torne be able to hear that?
Probably.
He would get up and walk out.
It has been a long journey.
Yeah, and she sees Torine walking down, and you kind of see her, like, grimace a bit, seeing, the burnt armor and the like. Caldonian. Good to know. Do you have your papers?
Torne would present him.
And she pulls out her data slate and scans it in. Tirane Pirate. Are you injured?
Not that needs any medical attention, but this stuff is stuck to me now.
That seems like something that would need medical attention. With
Torne will just be like,
Pretty
I
sure
don't
it's-
need it. I'm fine. It's stuck to me. I'm not messing with it.
Been
You see
saying
her
that for
just-
months.
Yeah, you see her kind of turn away, and now less her guard a little bit down, kind of wave to everyone, and you see the soldiers in their cover kind of break and mull about. Some still training their weapons on you, but the general mood seemed to be more relaxed than guarded. But as she turns away, you all kind of just hear her whisper, "Fucking Caldonians."
Sounds
I achieved my mission. I gain a wrath.
What was your mission?
Avoid medical attention.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I presented my badge.
stupid. That's true, you did.
I also pulled up a gun and a sword against your grandpappy, so I get one from that too. Just like-
I'll give it.
Oh.
Gildo slept through combat, so.
Is that a Gildo thing?
It's probably the best one out of all of them.
It is.
Yeah.
I want a DM to allow me to sleep through combat with like a D&D character. Just gain like advantage from it.
Called not being on watch.
It's true.
Let everyone else do it.
Yeah. So she turns away from you guys and begins to walk.
Got you used.
If you don't mind, I'll have my men escort the others off the ship. She says towards Luther.
Tornay will actually chime in and be like, yeah, give him a nice kick in the butt.
I
Will
will.
do if they are prisoners.
They've been instrumental in it all.
I would like to oversee the investigation. I don't know if any of the others are interested, and I'll look specifically to Astara.
Yeah. And we kind of get the scene swap of her saying something like 3 on-worlders to off-board, and we see a group of soldiers who are to the side of your craft rush on and take Carl, Crystal, and
Can I
Alana
ask her one
in
more thing?
handcuffs. Oh, go ahead.
Who would we speak to? Survivors.
I'll get in contact with someone. Probably one of the ensigns or midshipmen.
With
The captain...
in each other.
I'll try and get in contact with someone for you. I'll send them your way.
Alright.
And yeah, we get the scene swap of, all 3 people being taken out in handcuffs off the ship. Alana kind of peacefully, Carl terrified.
Poor
Is-
Carl.
God damn it. He's getting it. He just wanted to be a bouncer. And he's being dragged into
This is my
all this
second
shit.
day. I didn't want to be here on this ship.
If Tornay sees it, he'd kind of openly laugh at him if he's like scared.
Yeah, no, like it's his eyes are bug-eyed. He's like not moving like normally. He's super
I'll put my arm on
mechanical.
his shoulder
Don't
and be
shoot
like-
me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me.
I'll put my arm on his shoulder and be like, "We'll be all right."
Yeah, and
Better answer them correctly.
we immediately pan over to the
Don't
brig
worry.
of the ship. Which Astara might be used to as a Arvides officer.
Yeah. I feel
Who
very comfortable. I've probably been in this room before.
who all went to check on them and watch the interrogation.
Hold up, Frank. As we're walking to these various locations,
Mhm.
or same location, what is the condition of the ship? I mean, I get the hangar bit, but what is the
Yeah.
condition of the ship otherwise? Because it got blown to shit.
Yes, it did. There are
Go on.
you're able to, if you just pull up like a little data slate, or even ask a couple of people, they're still fighting fires. A Atomicon weapon went off danger close to the hull as the void shield was down. They would mention that an entire side of the ship is voided. A large chunk simply no longer armored, no longer protected.
Was
The
it?
casualty rate aboard the ship was nearly 50 to 60%.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do they even have the
Still
staff to...
usable?
Yeah.
The ship itself is still usable.
Can it jump and stuff like that? Or is it like...
No.
Oh, I suppose we
No.
wouldn't necessarily
There's
know that.
not.
no way in how this thing's
It's
like
a-
a Galler field or whatever.
That's what I'm thinking.
No.
Like, it's missing huge chunks of itself. It doesn't have any of its staff. Like,
Yeah, no.
I know
Yeah.
this is like a Star Trek situation where we just need that, like, one Eastern European dude and a captain, and all of a sudden we're doing all these crazy stunts.
No, you need a
Or-
few thousand Eastern European
What's his
people.
name? I always forget the
Chekhov.
character's name. Chekhov. Thank you. You just need 2 people and an angry Spock, and all of a sudden you can just do stuff.
Yeah, a couple people that, if you did ask around, would mention they are still fighting fires aboard the ship. And
Okay,
they
that
are
makes
still hunting down boarders.
Also makes sense. If
Tornay,
you're hunting down borders, then I actually think that I would, well, not only going to oversee their investigation, I would want to be walking down the halls with them, because we're not walking them out of the frying pan into the fire, not intentionally at least.
Yeah. And
I don't know about you guys.
yeah, a couple of
Tornay
the-
wants to go to wherever the armaments are, because he had to deal with pistol ammunition issues, and he wants to make sure everything's reloaded.
Yeah. Okay.
Smart, actually. It's a really good idea.
So we'll go
You
with
had to
the
reload a
intelligence
lot, so-
first, and then to Tarane.
Empty.
Yeah. So you guys make it to the brig as Tarani is wandering the ship looking for the armory. Gildo, where are you going?
I mean, boy, my first thought was to see how the admechs are doing, but my second thought actually would be to actually just help secure the ship.
Cool.
So you're saying there's still borders on it?
Yes, sir. There are still at least a dozen or two scrolled away, running through lower parts of the ship. We'll hunt them down easy enough. It's nothing unheard of.
I would have mentioned that Torne would have wanted to help too. He just wants to make sure he's all reloaded first. So Torne would have been like, "Yeah, I'll be doing that. Where's the armory? I need to make sure my guns are all set."
I just hand you a knife and be like, "Nah, this is all you need."
He's got his chainsword on his hip.
Consider this an advance payment for passage. That's like I just go off hunting.
Yeah,
He crawls
awesome.
in the vents.
Yeah, exactly.
You turn around and he's gone. You're like, where did he go?
Yeah, we see.
You just
Yeah,
hear the
we
sound.
get the wonderful scene of Tarani like turning away and then turning back, and like Batman, Gildo is just gone. But then off in the corner, we just see the legs like climbing up into a vent.
Hold on, let me roll awareness to see if he notices where he went. Nope.
How did
Oh
she
my
do
god,
that?
you rolled a 1. So bad.
John Travolta ship.
You rolled so many dice too.
Yeah,
That's
I have
so
high
funny.
awareness.
Good.
You
It
rolled
was meant
very
to
poorly.
be. Gildo was meant to hide in
Yeah, so we do a little bit of a time skip as the interrogating security officers clean their tools relatively nonchalantly in front of Luther and Astara. After a good 30 minutes to an hour of screaming coming from Alana, Crystal, and Carl as they were tortured and interrogated. Well, their stories check out well enough. Seems they helped y'all get off the planet then. But seems like they're hivers who were working in the palace, yes?
2 of them.
One of the other.
She was directly assigned to the commissar. However, the commissar didn't exactly need any aid, so she didn't really provide any. She was often removed from the palace.
You said as much, luckily. Fortunately, we don't have access to a service record, so...
I actually have access to the service record.
Well, if you could pass that along any time you wish. Fortunately, as for now, we don't see her as a threat.
I'll pass it along. You do what you need to do. But understand, she was a valuable asset and the reason why the 4 of us survived.
Good to hear. Well, they're free for now. I did embed trackers in them. They can be deactivated upon leaving the ship. We don't want any more unknowns running around.
The other 2 passed.
For the most part, despite the small one's severe augmetics, well, they appear to pass.
I'm genuinely surprised about that one.
As with IB, they took interrogation quite well. But when most of your body is augmentated, then he shrugs. It's more of an admech.
How dangerous are the remaining borders?
Not too dangerous. He'd run attacks every now and then. Nothing substantial. As for now, we have several units from the remaining Caledonian regiments cornering them, cordoning off an entire section of the ship as they are fighting room by room, more or less. Luckily, Captain says it should be only another month or two before they're all killed.
You have numbers
Makes
on them.
sense.
We have quite a lot of numbers on them. If you're asking for how many there are, we assume between 20 and 40.
I'm confused. Is the intention not to evacuate the ship?
Why would we evacuate the ship?
It's
Not
non-functional.
That's doable. He kind of, as soon as you say it's not functional, he kind of looks at you with a little bit of disgust. This ship has seen worse. She's suffered far more grievous wounds.
Seems like I have more studying to do.
Don't insult the ship that saved your life, okay?
Yeah.
I think that's a very commissary thing to do. I'm not saying you shouldn't have done it, but also it's very funny that you did. That's very rude. You go to someone's house and you're like, oh, what a fucking dump.
We've all been there.
Don't say it though. Holy shit. Oh,
Yeah.
good
And
old-
Astara, as this man's talking to you, what are you doing?
I'm just watching.
Yeah, and Astara, as he's talking to
As
someone,
creepy as she normally is.
somebody actually kind of rounds the corner, enters the brig area, and asks, is there a Star Thomas here?
I turn.
You see kind of a bookish looking person. Not dressed in the security uniform, but the uniform of somebody who's a lower not captain, a lower officer rank aboard the ship. More of a aide than anything else, holding a data slate for you. Yes, somebody said that you wished to locate survivors.
That's correct.
Do you have a name?
I'm looking for Wilmot Holt.
Yes, Wilma Holtz. And you see them kind of flicking through. Wilma. Yes, I do have location on a Wilma Holtz.
Is he alive?
Current status is infirmary.
Where?
Not too far away. 2 decks down and about 15-minute walk from there.
Is that a normal infirmary, or is it like a place that they've made into an infirmary?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, I know the ship, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, is it like the normal infirmary?
Okay, it's not. It's a makeshift one.
Okay. Ostara just goes. She just starts walking.
Yeah. All right, then we'll jump over to
Whether
Tyler.
Luther joins or not. Doesn't say.
I mean, I'm sorry before we go to Tyler. I'm kind of torn because like he would want to keep an eye on you after you just had a conversation with a ghost, but at the same time, like saving people.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Oh God, can I roll a die and then I'll toss it to Tyler?
Okay, go for it.
Sure.
All right, let's see. Tyler, what do you think I should roll to decide whether if I want to go with her or stay behind?
What's the percentage based on your character that you think you would pick one over the other?
I think it's a hard 50-50.
Okay. Then roll a D100 because it's fun.
Sure. High is what? High as I go or high as I stay?
High is you're a dickbag and don't go.
I'm offing a dick bag.
I'm often
Where's my
You
bag
literally rolled 100?
Wait.
Yeah, he
No.
rolled
Zero,
one,
zero,
he's
zero.
0-0.
You didn't.
Wait.
You forgot the 1 in it, my
We've got the
dude.
one.
So sorry. I'm being funny.
Yeah.
I am the ultimate dick bag.
It's true.
I can't see my dice.
Yeah, I like how the
Oh.
30.
Not nearly
You're
as much
actually
as
not a
your
dick bag.
You actually
no.
care.
You're a dick bag with
You
a heart of
actually
gold.
care.
Oh, hey.
You're on the edge of not caring, but you care.
I do edge a lot.
Technically 1 through 51.
You were this close.
TMI, Scott. What the fuck?
Yeah. So, Tarane, after getting some directions from people, you kind of showed your way through several crowds of people who are moving to and from on the ship. You're able to make it to the Imperial Guard quarters, where the rest of the 83rd Caledonian Light Infantry are, and where the armory would be. What are you looking for there? Just the armory, just to get.
He's seen if there's anything to upgrade with, but mostly it's kind of just making sure his ammo's there, and kind of he'll inspect and clean his guns.
Yeah.
And reload.
When you attempt to enter the armory, there's a large man there, his blue sleeves rolled up just to be underneath his carapace shoulder pads. Oh, what do you want?
It's Tornay. I'm back on the ship. My guns were having some malfunctions when we were on our way here. I'm just trying to clean and reload.
Hey, let's get the papers out then. Sign you up to some new ones.
I don't need new ones. I just want to make sure mine are good. Good to go.
Hand them over. Let me take a look.
He'll actually draw his plasma pistol and put it against the guy's chest and say, I'm not giving you anything.
Listen here, lad. If you blow me up, well, you're be in a lot of shit.
He's going to present his papers while he just holds his weapon there. Don't ask for my weapons. And he'll show his papers.
What clan are you from, boy?
He just won't respond.
You notice around you there's a couple other guardsmen who react to you pointing your gun at the quartermaster's chest and begin to approach, asking if there's trouble about.
If they openly ask, he'll say, no trouble. This guy's just trying to take my weapons from me, and I'm not having it after the shit I've been through.
He's the quartermaster. Of course he'd check your weapons. He's the one in charge of this fucking lump of logistics.
He can look at them, but these are mine. I'm not handing them to anybody.
Aye, boyo. It's the Minotaurums.
What?
The Departamento Minitorum is the one who provides all the armor and weapons to Imperial Guard.
Oh.
He's basically saying, no, it's not yours, it's the army's.
Technically, one of them is mine. Bolt pistol, sure, was provided.
Aye. And do you want me to fix them or not? Or are you going to be faffing about?
He'll hand over his bolt pistol and his chainsword, and he's like, I've been meaning to catch up with my friend who's hunting down the one still on this ship.
You just hear like distant clattering in the vents.
Yeah, so he takes your chainsword and your bolt pistol and looks at you. You might want to put that down before you blow yourself up.
Oh, when he presented his papers, he was gonna lowered.
Oh no, he's saying that regardless.
Oh. Yeah,
I don't even think. Let me check. And he reaches up towards a pick screen above him and kind of slides through it. Yeah, he said your name was Tarane, pirate, rifleman. Well, I'll get you your rifle right away. And he takes your bolt pistol and chainsword and walks back into the armory and comes back out with a las carbine.
Never mind. Bring me my stuff back.
As I said, lad, it's the Departmental Minitorum stuff. It's not the weaponry you're signed with. Neither is that.
Give it back.
Afraid not. This is all you're going to get.
Well, it seems like the stuff's about to get thrown down, and I now have one weapon instead of two.
He's offering your las carbine.
Yeah. Not helpful for my character. He doesn't want it.
Threaten the quartermaster.
He wants his stuff back.
Well,
Tornay jumps over the thing, grabs it, comes back.
He literally would push through. That's what he.
No,
would.
there's like a partition. Like think of like a gun dealer. There's the desk in front of him, and he's standing behind it with like an iron cage wrapped.
Well, then how the hell did I put my thing to his chest? You said he was standing in the doorway.
I misspoke. No, but there's like the little gap that.
Hold on, then I never would have handed him my guns. Hold on, this changes everything.
All right, zooming back then. Yeah, no, he's standing in the little cage area where you would hand your stuff in, and he would hand the stuff out.
Then he would just he would when it presented papers. He said, "Just give me bolt pistol ammunition."
Hi. How much? And you see him pull out a data slate. Now that this has suddenly changed.
How many shots have I fired with that thing? Quite a bit.
I think you used 3 reloads last time.
Okay. Then I'd say about that worth.
Yeah, okay. He looks at you. Name and the registration, laddie.
He'd say Tirane and
And he reaches up towards the pick screen, scrolls through. Tarani, you're rated at a rifleman.
things change when you're on a planet.
On the planet? You've been
On
here
the planet
entire
below.
time. Ah, shite. You must be one of the ones who got away then. All right. Well, once you're reintegrated back in. And you see him pull a box of ammunition and kind of thunks it down. Sign here. Hey, and between you and me, good luck getting back down there.
Getting back down to the planet?
Aye, they're sending you soon. Captain plans to take the capital.
Fair enough.
At least destroy the void shield generator, then. And you see him kind of like get this large half smile on his face. Well, hopefully you boys get poured out before then.
Tornay will take the ammunition and sign, and then take off towards where he thinks those hidden people would be.
Sure.
Which,
right.
by the way, can I roll an awareness for it with my rank plus for tracking somebody?
No.
What?
You're on a
No,
ship.
what? Come
This
on.
ship. So, the ship used to have a crew of 26,000 people. Yeah, no. 40K ships are huge. They are.
Yeah,
Okay.
cities.
Yeah,
That's
it
fair.
is a flying city. It's about 2 kilometers just in length alone.
Yeah, but Mass Effect makes ships that long that are way more efficient. Just saying.
Yeah, but Mass Effect ships would blow up against these guys.
I don't know about that
I do.
because they could affect.
Oh my
the
god,
mass.
you guys are like fucking the worst Reddit threads. Get out of here. I don't care.
I just called
I
out
don't care. I don't
That's-
care.
You know what's funny, Ark? That's probably the most accurate description anybody has ever made of me.
This is the 18th episode, and you're just getting that now, Eric.
I think he's just
Yeah.
voicing it now.
Oh, well,
He's
I'm
too
the
nice.
Mass Effect.
It's just, yeah.
It's also like, if you notice, it's Reddit threads that have been like, they're on like page 800, and they're bringing them back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For the record, I don't use Reddit, so.
Or it's not.
You would be like, my people.
So, and
I am a troll.
But
Would
Scott
they
is
have
actually
said-
like, he's like, what is Reddit? Oh, I'm just kidding.
I had to learn through Lost Initiative.
so would they have said where these combatants on the ship would have been?
Yeah, they would have mentioned near the reactor core, a few decks down. And as soon as, Tarani asks that and we see him heading off to that direction, we immediately pan to Gildo. Where
Yeah.
are you, Gildo?
Crawling through the vents, going to the directions that I last heard where there would be borders. I'm ready to take him out.
Yeah. And as you're crawling through the vents, you hear a sound that you're familiar with.
Yep.
For
Sound
some
of
odd reason.
recycling air vents.
That and a servo skull just kind of bobbing along. Just kind of its red eye scanning. Then you see it kind of turn, sparks flying from it as it's welding something back together, and like stops directly in front of you, scans you. Organic life. Identify. Why are you in the vents?
Repelling borders.
There are currently no borders within the vents.
Thank you.
Frank's like telling us we can't have any fun right now. That's what I'm
No fun.
getting.
Oh no, this leads to somewhere.
I know.
Events always lead to somewhere else.
I'm not going to explain myself to a server there, but obviously it's for me to drop down.
Well, not the server, they're just a servo skull.
Yeah, sorry. But I gave it too much respect.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, are you dropping out of the vents or are you just gonna like
No.
push it aside?
Yeah, no. I'm like, yeah, I'm brushing it off saying thank you. Like, I don't care about what the servo says because I'm too busy. Like, yes, I know there would be none probably up here, but I'm going to use this to drop down on people.
Yeah, it literally says that. You speak to it. It doesn't react. It kind of just turns away, sees something else that's broken, floats towards it. And you see it put a little mechadendrite out as it's like fixing something else. I told you, yo, you're not allowed up here. Bye.
Just give them the whatever.
Yeah. And as you're crawling through the vents, you don't really hear any fighting or anything. But after a short time, make a quick awareness for me.
Yep, sounds good.
Cool. You hear what sounds like
says
metallic...
athletics.
Oh, that is athletics.
Yeah, that.
The same dice. My awareness and athletics are both 9 dice, so.
Oh, okay, I'll count it. Yeah, you hear metallic footsteps below you, underneath the vents. And granted, the vent itself is only like 10 feet high, but you feel and hear someone slamming what sounds like a metal bar against the vent where you are. Identify self and exit.
I don't understand.
Is another Catachan upset that you're in a space?
It's
Yeah.
somebody telling you to exit the vent.
I'm a little busy right now. But yes, that is my intention.
This unit will
is not my spot.
fire upon organic invent.
All right,
And
fine.
less
I'm going to be
light.
pushy. That's fine. Yeah, I'll crawl out of the
Yeah.
vent then. It's going to be
Yeah, you crawl out of the vent, and as you like land on the ground,
servitors. Yeah.
you say that, and you turn around and you see a red-robed Skitari. The blue goggled
Doctor.
eyes just staring at you.
Yeah.
Its long las carbine in its hands. This unit is not a servitor. This unit is a Qatari 36153. And you see cock its head. You are the organic who is interested in the refueling process.
Straighten up. So you remember me?
Coincidence.
I thought, and here I thought that you thought all organics looked alike.
Visuals are similar. Chemical and pheromonic trail matches.
All right, well, listen here, Boathead. I'm looking for borders.
As am I.
Perhaps we should pool our resources.
It would
Knife
seem
in
we
your-
are two bolts within the same chunk of metal.
Yeah, like cogs or something. I'm like
And-
ruining his analogy.
Yeah. You see him actually take a step towards you and like put a hand on your chest.
Yeah.
Ah, I see you are accepting more of the Omnisire.
Yeah, that was an encounter with a particularly nasty bug.
Bugs within the machine can be eradicated.
No, this one was out. And six blades. You know, you can stop
finish-
4 of them. This knife can stop 4, but it's the other 2.
You can tell that as it's like inspecting your chest and the like for, you know, the new augmetics that are clearly there.
Yeah.
If you are willing, current Skitarii force limitation on this vessel is depleted due to unfortunate events.
Yeah,
You
well,
would make a good Praetorian.
I had to think about it, man. I'm not sure I'm ready to get back into any particular service. Let me tell you what, coming from one depleted unit to another, like tap him on the shoulder.
You just see it like stand up straight and look at shoulder.
Yeah.
This unit.
Sometimes
will
this is a
continue
blessing
to
in disguise.
Yeah. It kind of turns away from you, even though you're still speaking. This unit will continue to hunt. The organic Catachan soldier known as Gildo Stern may join me. Please do not damage the vents further with your... And you see it turn around and like give you an up-down look with your grease.
Even the robots
Oh.
are undressing Gildo with their eyes.
No, it was more
Yeah,
of
no.
like you're discussing organic.
Yeah,
kind of.
exactly.
No,
I
it's
got
still
it.
You're
it's
sexy.
undressing. No, it's a third thing that's undressing
I love
Gildo.
it.
It's fine.
No, that was good. Cool. Is that scene?
Yeah. And we go back to Astara as she is joined by Luther now. Both of you having to make your way through what seems like oddly more people than before when you were aboard the ship. However, you can guess it's simply because everybody has had to come to this side of the ship and no longer able to spread out. But you're able to make it to a very familiar place for both of you. The old market square, now turned into both a makeshift, air quotes, open air infirmary and what looks like a supply depot. No longer simply meant to sell things, but now to store them. There's several hundred people groaning, crying in pain as you approach. You're stopped by several servitors who have mechadendrites meant for surgery and the like. State the business of your visit and injury.
I do not have an inter.
Non-injured personnel are to wait at their quarters until called upon for duty.
I was told I could find. I put out my badge again.
Yeah, the servitor kind of shifts, looks up. You see its eye kind of open, scan it. Identifying, confirmed. Astara Thomas, RPT's officer. And you see it kind of turn away and then walk away from you.
I look at Luther, shrug, keep walking.
My camera is frozen.
It did freeze.
Perfect.
What the hell, Scott?
You have like
How
a very
dare
casual frozen look though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott.
When my camera's frozen, I look like this.
you? Look,
Yeah.
Frank's
He's
here
pensive.
with a broken camera, and it's still
I
able to
fucking know
perform.
what it's doing.
How is
It
your
was fine
camera
last
working?
week.
How's your
This
camera
camera's
working?
so crazy. Your
Zoom.
camera's
I like how
so
when you
crazy.
stuck your arms out, you were like bouncing up and down. Right?
Yeah.
Your cat unplug it.
I can.
Zoom is currently
chair
not
does it.
responding, and so your voices are going in.
Well,
Well,
in that case, now's a great
to a
time
break.
for a break.
Yeah.
As Astara and Luther walk into the infirmary, they're greeted by hundreds upon hundreds of injured people, many suffering burns, other injuries such as crushed limbs and the unfortunate asphyxiation through void.
Nothing good has happened to these.
No,
Gotcha.
nothing good. Only bad things.
We will see you in a bit. We'll be
In a
back.
jiffy.
Bye.
Scott
Go get
might
yourself
fix his
some
camera.
coffee.
I won't.
No, don't get coffee. It's too late. Get yourself some water. Stretch your legs. You know all that jazz.
Take your meds if you have to.
I don't know what's happening right now. What are you all doing?
Somebody should message.
Is Scott not back?
That's
okay,
correct.
We don't need Scott.
I like how we didn't have to say it. You're just like, oh,
Oh
Scott's
wait,
not back.
wait. You unmuted us. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
Scott is
hey,
not back yet.
we're live again.
Well,
You can just go to another scene without us.
You're just-
But we're back for part 2
Terror
of
Squad.
Fury episode 18.
I would just like to point this out. Tyler is looking at Luther's butt on the stream.
Wait, really?
You are. You're like sniffing his butt.
It is hyper focused right
Oh
now.
my god,
Yeah.
I hate that he grabbed that screenshot from my stream when I
Yeah,
had
you're like
clown
hardcore
makeup.
checking out that booty.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right. So we will skip Astara and Luther until Scott gets back. Yeah. So Tyler, where are you trying to go?
I was heading towards where the people on the ship are. The bad people on the ship.
Yeah. Roll survival for me, simply to see if you can navigate around.
Bloop, bloop. Not that good.
Yeah, the ship, it's not what you remember it to be. It's damaged. There's more people moving in the hallways, and what appear to just be several more servitors. You're unsure of where you're going exactly, even when you ask people where the fighting is. Most people either ignore you or just shrug and point in the general direction you're going.
What should I roll to see where I end up?
That was it.
No. I just wanted to have some randomization since I apparently can't find where I need to go.
Roll a 1d6, let's find out. In that case. Gildo, you and your Skitari friend are walking about. Cool.
Ian Skatari.
Skitari. His name is Skeet.
He was a skater boy.
He is a skater boy. I was going to say his name is Skeeter.
That is a canonical canticle.
I would assume so. Yeah, and your partner doesn't really talk at all unless you say something.
No, that's great.
And I assume you're in the
Can't
vents.
believe I mean, one of the only things I would say is like, you can't believe the amount of time people are talking. There is so much talking. Oh my god.
Yeah, so you're just in the vents crawling as the things.
This one time. This guy kept talking.
He's just talking about talking.
Yeah. And I'm actually doing the thing that I was complaining.
You're
Yeah.
becoming the thing that you
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh no.
But like, I'm
And-
completely unaware of it because my fellowship's like a 4.
Yeah, so you continue kind of patrolling about, and the Skitari, every now and then, as you're talking, just go, you just hear like a little humming noise.
All right.
As it's just agreeing or generally acknowledging that
Yeah.
it can hear you.
It's like, yeah, when you're in a trap situation and you just have to listen
Yeah.
to somebody. You don't know what to do.
Oh no, it knows what it has to do. It's doing its programming and duty. But yeah, you're crawling around for what feels like hours now, and there's been no action or the like.
Is it
And after-
this quiet?
It is usually like this in cordoned off areas. Current hostile bolt holes are unknown direct locations. Likelihood of finding hostile bolt hold 0.37%.
Like a 1 in 20.
That does
I re-
not add up.
I realize I'm gonna piss this guy off so much.
That's 6 in 10,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Perhaps maybe a 6 in 100 chance, not a 1 in 100.
Wait, you said 0.06%, which
No, I
is...
said 6.37.
Oh,
Oh.
wait. Well, okay. Well, listen, are we dealing with people? Like, just an invasion force? How armed are they?
Current armament of hostiles appears to be las guns, grenades, auto guns, combat shotguns, satchel charges, anti-material rifles.
Hold on. Out of character. That's unique, right?
No, not the terminology for it. Basically, heavy sniper rifles
Sure. Okay.
or large caliber.
Oh, okay.
Weaponry.
Yeah. So then it makes sense. Okay. What about what's the name of the visor stuff that Torne has?
Pray
Makes
sense.
sense.
Renee, Pray sense goggles.
All wear such equipment. Armament.
They all wear
and
all black.
Armor. All black, yes.
Do they blow themselves up?
Upon capture,
Yeah.
enemy units appear to self-destruct.
All right, I know the type. And I remember Dylan flashback to the bombed out school,
Hotel?
rescuing somebody in a school, dropping
Oh.
down with a knife. All right,
Yeah.
but yeah, and
And-
also the invasion of the plaza.
And funny enough, you hear the Skitari stop its metallic feet, suddenly no longer moving. And over your Vox speed, you get a message. Gildo Stern unit shall cease advance.
Yeah, I stop. I'm on alert.
Skitari 36137 reports possible hostile movement up ahead, single target. Appears to have a plasma generator.
How dangerous is that?
Plasma generator?
Yeah. Okay, so not something that's
Could
worth.
How
explode.
dangerous is that?
Melt armor.
That's your answer for how dangerous
It's a grenade.
that is.
Or a bomb.
Or
The plasma
bomb. It could be used as
IED,
bomb.
basically. Yeah, okay.
Basically anything plasma that explodes. The Gildo units shall advance and drop down on the enemy.
You mean from a vent?
Yes.
Tell you what, I've been trying to do this all day. And it's like, fine, I get ready to go. I'm so happy I get to go to an event.
Oh no, it told you could go back up in the vent whenever you wanted.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Okay.
Oh no, just in my picture, like Gildo was crawling above it and this thing was just going through.
Okay.
Traveling together. Yeah, so it's basically using your own terminology of drop down from the vent, back at you and telling you go attack, go find it.
So yeah. I got my knife. And only my
All
knife.
right. Make a awareness check. Perfect.
Ooh, complication.
All right. Oh, don't worry, that's fine. Go ahead and drop down on what is below you.
What does that mean?
Well, you said you wanted to attack whatever it was. There's only one of them.
Frank, I hate you so much.
I didn't do anything.
Oh shit, you really do look like one too. That's the worst part of it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I totally will.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I jump
as-
down.
Make your
Do I
athletics.
not get to roll an awareness?
make an awareness roll, Tarane. Yeah, you notice the Skitari standing down the long hallway, pointing its rifle at towards you.
I'm
And you
gonna
hear
shoot
something
it.
above you.
I'm gonna shoot the Skitari. I'm not worried about
With
what's involved.
which weapon?
Technically, I can use both.
Okay.
Do I hit?
Yes. You can shift 3 of those to damage.
All right, I'll shift them to this one.
How dare you? Poor Skeet. I think he's dead now. Yeah, Skeet's dead now. All right. Yeah.
If it was
Gildo.
aiming at me, threatening,
Wow.
he didn't know it was in there. He killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gildo, you hear the bolter fire and then the plasma gun go off as you're dropping down.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna attack to try to kill.
Okay. I mean, you rolled awareness, right?
Yeah, you rolled the complication on it.
Oh, that's right. You did. Okay.
I got
Yeah, you're able to hear easily enough. You're able to see flash of red, but there's a metal plate in your way as you're dropping down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna drop down on him.
Go for it. Cool.
Well, that's
Don't
literally the
hit him.
worst
That is
roll I've
literally-
literally ever rolled.
And that's the best roll for me.
You actually missed.
fumble out of the
That's
vent.
our first miss, I think.
Oh yeah.
That
Um,
is the
terrible.
first time you've ever like.
The way I can imagine it is Gildo comes down with this knife and realizes at the last second it's Tornate and like just deflects it off to the side.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I miss on purpose.
Here we
Yeah,
are.
I
realize
waiting
it's
for,
you.
like,
exactly what happened,
a
right?
16 or something
Oh, that's
crazy.
so fucking perfect. Holy shit.
What the heck?
Tornate just goes, "The hell, Gildo? What are you doing?"
This Skigtari said it was you or someone. You know those people who blow themselves up? They're hunting around here. I guess they thought it was you.
Wait, those are here? Ah, shit.
Yeah, they're the ones who
Um,
breached the ship.
So about your friend.
And you just look down the hallway, and the remains of the Skatari are just.
Tornate's just kind of scratching his head like, I thought that might have been what was in here.
Well, pretty sure there's other AdMech here, and they'd be pretty pissed. You're gonna. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna find one of these cultists, or whatever they are. You're gonna make it look like they shot him.
Should I just throw a satchel charge on him?
Yeah, looking for that could work. Yeah.
There's my wrath die for my satchel charge.
Okay.
But don't blow apart the ship.
That will blow apart the ship, yes.
Then I'll tamper with it to make it less bad.
Yeah.
I will make the explosive
Figure out-
less explosive.
Figuring out a nice
Can
way
I use
to-
my
yeah.
wrath die to essentially rig it to show there was more like a firefight that caused him to go down?
I mean, you can fire a bunch of times to make it look
Yeah.
like that.
Can I just use my wrath die for that then?
Sure.
Sure. All right, well, here goes nothing. It'll just shoot and make a whole bunch of scorch marks and everything.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of which, word is we got to head back down to the planet. We got to take down that shield around the hive.
Fucking course we do. Just when I thought I was getting off this planet.
You and me both. But it's either that or we got to figure out your friend whenever they arrive, having to deal with that. But they'll have to do the same thing, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna. What do I know that goes into planetary shield generators?
It's beyond your expertise. However, planetary shield generators, take a shit ton of power.
Yeah,
Hive
so
cities have their own special one,
Yeah.
which is just the shields over the city itself.
That's what I meant. I
Yeah.
meant city.
I know. It's
They have their own
generally
power
technology.
plant, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's its own power plant. It just takes a shit ton of power to do so. Power that only a hive city or planets can produce.
Yeah. That means we got to go back to the Hive City, turn on and blow up the power plant. We're gonna get these things down. It's not gonna be fun.
No. But it seems they have this taken care of, and hopefully your friends will arrive and they'll send some reinforcements. What'd you say they were? The Inquisition?
I doubt they'll be as indiscriminate
Doesn't
as
matter.
we like. No, I mean for us.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
They would consider us expendable.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we gotta do it quick then. Perhaps we should find Luther and Ostara.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. This month.
Yeah. And as soon as we get the fist bump, we go to
Yeah, it's the cut.
Star.
That's as soon as it comes off.
Yeah.
That's literally the cut. Yeah.
It's a
It
perfect
cuts to somebody's fist like they do in like Arrow.
Perfect cut.
Now, Luther, Stara, you're currently walking through the infirmary. There are simply hundreds upon hundreds of people just lined out in makeshift medical beds. Clearly, they ran out of actual medical supplies long ago, as nurses and Medicaid are running about.
I'm looking
story?
for the specific person I'm looking.
Yeah, you can easily enough grab.
Have you even told me who it was that you were looking for yet? Because I just kind of tagged along.
Probably not in this moment, but I have talked about this person in the past. So
Okay.
if
I'm
you
not going to inquire anyways. No.
Yeah, if you inquire,
just gonna
she
follow.
will speak.
I would just say that I'm probably a little bit more. My character's not exactly chatty, but he usually doesn't follow without any form of inquiring.
Yeah.
It might come off as strange that he hasn't inquired at all.
It might be strange that Ostara has not said a prayer, talked to herself, or anything of that sort in like a long time since we got here.
So you are characteristically quiet, and I am characteristically quiet, but yet we're both talking about our quietness.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like you're the opposite of
Rise.
Gildo. Talking about other people talking.
Yeah, you're easily enough able to pull one of the medical aides aside and just inquire where Wilbur is, and she would give you the exact bunk and the row that would be in. It takes you a little while to simply just get through everybody, having to step over some people who are simply on the ground simply because they don't have enough bunk space for them. But after a short time, you come across in an open area with several bunks besides him filled with people, a man who you recognize. A small drip attached to his arm as bandages cover the side of his face.
Yeah, I kind of lean in and sit beside the person in the bed.
On this good side or his bad side?
Can he see?
Um,
Is he awake?
he's awake. He's not really paying attention. It looks like he's kind of just zoned off at the moment.
I guess whatever side I think he can see from, and I say,
Yeah.
"Wilbur?"
And you see him kind of stir from his daze as he looks towards you. Ah, Stoma, long time no see. And you see him kind of like try and lift himself up a little bit to like lean up in his seat. And you hear like the heartbeat monitor go a little faster.
Not to move. I'm so glad to see you.
Ah, same here. I've been trying to contact you. You're, funny enough, marked deceased.
This is what they
Unless... And he, like, reaches his good arm out towards you. Unless I'm seeing things? And, like, pokes you in, like, the forehead.
She kind of smiles for a moment, and I think this Luther probably first time he's really. Well, I guess the star has smiled a bit, but not much.
Creepy smile.
She just she still playing jokes.
You were ghosts the whole time.
The only joke here is... Well... And he motions towards the side of his face. Won't be, picking anybody up anytime soon.
think that is the least of your.
Oh,
What happened?
damn bastard. Go Ushi. We were going to the pods. I was trying to escort some more people there. As soon as the bastards got in, well, he set something off, blew up part of the bay, killed some people, threw a couple of people out. Unfortunately, was in no shape to help.
Do you think he was part? Taking advantage.
Scum like him, taking advantage. No way he'd be able to coordinate something like that. Well, good thing is he's dead now.
This is Luther. Wilmar.
And you see him kind of reach his good arm out towards you, Luther.
I'll take it.
Wilbur, her partner. Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Likewise. What happened?
Oh, ship got attacked. Assume you here for that part.
We got out in time.
I unfortunately did not. Well, fortunately. Turns out my pod bit the dust as soon as it left.
I guess I would say something in the name of, like, is it like a prayer for luck or something like you like?
Yeah.
Like praise
What's-
Nurgle?
The Omnisong? God, no. Yes, no, praise Nurgle. Yeah, let's do that one. It'd actually be Zeech for luck.
I say something.
Yeah, and he looks back towards Astara.
Well, what news? We getting out of here?
That is what we hope. Here, it is not over. I think we must go.
Yeah, and everyone kind of feels the ship rumble a bit as Wilbur kind of turns a little bit towards you.
That'll be the guns again. Captain's gonna try and blast down the void shield. What's going on down there? I haven't heard much.
Where have we gone? Whatever it is. Not good. There's a heresy.
That was a heretic dying in the background.
Yeah, the guy in the background is.
Hi.
We're really making the sickness sound real.
Yeah.
They trying to. No.
Well, Astara, Officer Thomas, seems you have a penchant for stirring things up. Well, that's one reason they assigned me to you.
And he kind of just makes like a handgun motion.
Luckily, you seem to make yourself more useful than most people would expect.
That planet. There may be people. Nothing.
You seem kind of wince slightly.
There's always innocence. We've killed plenty ourselves. But collateral is acceptable. By the God Emperor's will, as long as they are at bay, and so be it.
Different when you think about it.
Hail, Space Viking.
Oh hi, little
I stopped
256
thinking of that a long time
Snapshot.
ago. I suggest you do the same.
He's just
What will be, will be.
but something should. We must.
Well, I'm in no condition at the moment. And you see him kind of lean up a bit and then begin to cough.
Do not worry. Rest. We will leave you.
Thank you. Oh, before you go, just so you know, look at this. And he pulls up the cover on the side and wiggles at you with a metallic arm. Just got this grafted on. Might help us a little bit.
You're crazy.
Well, that just makes us better partners. Two crazy people.
Be careful. You might end up like he like kind of motions over to one of the servitude. Crazy doctor creatures.
Alamastara, you are far more wired up than I am. After all, the music.
Oh yeah, but don't hear.
You see his face kind of cringe a little bit as he looks at you confused.
Something happened. Interesting. You know, they told me I'm supposed to report that, but
He shrugs.
I trust you enough.
They want you.
Casey, now, you're going off the end again. You're a psycho, remember? If you see anything weird, if you talk to anybody, I'm supposed to take notes. You've always known that.
No.
I've just not done so.
And he gets this half big grin on his face before he winces in pain.
Too good of a partner for that.
She smiles. Puts her arm on his robot arm now. His cyborg arm. Rest up.
Oh, figure I'll be out of here in a couple days. Go back to my own quarters, see how ransacked they are. Oh, wait. I forgot to tell you. Your quarters may have burned down.
Do not have me.
Oh, you know, just in case you had any belongings, they're probably gone.
I'm not worried. She had nothing in that room.
Yeah. He's saying it more of, hey, if you go back there, your stuff's,
Yeah.
your bed is gone.
I stand up and I kind of look to Luther and back at him and I'm like, well then I will see you in a few days.
Hi, feel free to visit. Even your friend, it's good to have someone to chat to who isn't a servitor. Or a nurse.
He says as a kind of pudgy woman walks by and goes at him as he walks away.
I shake my head at him and smile and turn that out.
And yeah, you just hear him give you a safe travels and a little bit of a blessing of the Emperor as you walk away.
While we're walking away,
Mhm.
I will say, how long have you been hearing these voices?
Since they took me.
Since your childhood?
Nods.
It is concerning.
I'm hearing things that I'm not. Or that I have been hearing them since I
May I
the
choose all
above?
of the above?
D, all of the above.
Z, that's fine. How long did the two of you work together?
We've been assigned for 4 years. Almost. I've never really made friends. Most people don't look kindly on people like me. I'm just a tool to them.
How long after the two of you met that he discovered that you heard these voices?
Fairly certain.
Did he ever report them?
He probably. They already knew that I could. They're the one. This to me.
I thought you said you heard the voices before you were taken.
I was.
She's
taken
talking
as
about
a-
the hymns.
in-
I wish I understood more of these matters.
For your sake.
You know, curiosity is like an itch or a scab.
I'll pull him aside to somewhere where like there aren't other people.
Yeah, it's a little difficult to find a spot like that. There's,
If you're
Like
in a
a small
morgue, they're
corner
not
where
considered
there's-
people, are they?
I mean, that's true. There is a morgue. It just has servitors in it, though.
This seems befitting
So
for the
many.
two of them.
They'll talk more quietly. She says this to him. They made me this way. They do not want me.
What would change mean?
To think for myself.
I think for a few long moments, then I shake my head as I'm afraid thoughts that I have might be heretical, and I say, I think I need to know more of this, but fortunately, I'm probably going to have to look into this some other time. Do you think the two of...
I like see that you look like you're having trouble understanding it and possibly thinking that maybe I'm doing something wrong. And she says, don't get me wrong. Never that. That is not what I mean by think for. Be like you.
Then it kind of will settle in a bit. I'll take a couple more moments thinking and then ask, but are there not dangers in that? Are these set thoughts not safeguards?
Perhaps I was not hearing. I might.
I'm less concerned about the mistakes of the mundane. They can be punished accordingly. But a mistake by one of your ability.
I understand what you mean. There are people like weak will, naive. They think because they have powers. Perhaps maybe they should. This is not what I see.
What exactly is it? Beyond, of course, the freedom of thought.
I don't know. I know that. Kind of like looks towards where the planet is, even if it's like down or wherever that may be. Where we were. There is some. Even if
Then-
that means we must.
As much as going back is unsavory, I played my own part in this. help to nurture whatever seeds were placed in the field of.
You know,
Unfortunately,
words
we
are
likely
very
will
powerful.
have to return.
Words are thoughts are. Be careful what you think. Be careful.
Not understanding, but ask just a little bit more, saying, how would one go about deshackling your mind if one were attempts to do so?
What do you mean?
Your thoughts are limited. What would end that limitation?
I do not know. I think they put something in.
We are in a medical area. I say, kind of like looking around. Something physical? I think a scanner would pick it up. Or something ethereal.
Not know. Something has lived inside. But I
Well,
know
the two of
there was a time when it existed.
the two of them haven't called for help yet. I'm sure they haven't gotten into any form of trouble. And I do have a small degree of medical understanding.
And
Perhaps you
over
could find
to
a
them
scanner.
dragging bodies, trying to set up like a crime scene.
We all know they're in trouble. Anytime the two of them are left alone for longer than 15 minutes, 4 minutes, something's
Sure.
going wrong.
It's definitely
Yeah.
true.
Mind you, if Gildo is left alone, he's fine. If Torrene is left alone, he's not. If Gildo and Torrene are left alone together, chaos.
Agreed.
I think that Gildo is the
Those are
fuel
the rules.
and Tyler is the fire. Anyways, I have a small degree of medical understanding. What do you say we grab a piece of equipment and see what we can see?
Good. That would make you at ease.
I think it may either answer questions or pose more. But either way would be a step in that direction.
Yeah.
What do
You guys are able to gather enough equipment around you.
Dude, did you guys see that with him?
Yeah,
His camera?
he like left
He was
up
like
his
this.
hands and it all like yeah.
And then they're like, I was like, whoa!
Yeah, I wish the camera would not do that. But
Oh, it's freaking me out.
no, there's more than enough equipment for you to do whatever type of test you want to. You
I think he just wants to
make a
scan my head.
medical check.
Your head, yes, but I imagine not even necessarily your head, because pretty much it has to be linked into probably your spine as well. You know, anywhere. I imagine it's not connected to your nervous system through like fingertips or like butt cheek. I imagine it's probably spine to base
He
of skull.
scans my
kind of
body. What does he see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a medical check.
Roll medical check.
I should probably have my character sheet out. I restarted my computer earlier because I was like, Zoom won't shut down for me to redo it. Medical. I have 2 Wrath, and I am interested in this. I am going to spend a Wrath. Maggie and crew, do you mind if I spend a Glory?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, we haven't used them.
I will use a Glory, so commit a Wrath, and I'm going to get is it a +1 BD? Or EDs, or whatever it's called, BD?
BD. Bonus die.
Bonus die.
Cool. And rolling.
Not bad.
Do you want me to
sorry.
roll? Am I good?
Well, that depends what Asara wants to tell you. What does he see?
What? I guess
Well, I'm not sure.
you see.
Do you have any extra stuff?
Would he know what this thing is? I guess with that medical check, he would know what this is.
Yes.
Yeah, you scan me and you see a cortex.
Holodogmatic cortex, which is exactly as you said, base of the spine. you're able to tell mostly what it is, and that a good portion of it is disabled, simply no longer functioning. And it's
Wow.
not that.
Yeah, it's mounted inside my skull, and normally it would feed a constant torrent. Hymns, prayers, hymns, right into my brain, bolster my faith and stuff. This also increases my power.
I'll ask as I'm kind of like this, looking this over and seeing this. I would actually ask her, the hymns that you always sing, do you find them soothing or distracting?
At times they are soothing, but I have learned to live with them. Now I must learn to live.
Which would you prefer?
with them.
What if you could decide?
I've lived so long. Sometimes
Aw.
You know, most people do not have that. If we want to sing hymns in our minds or out loud, we do it through our own faith and not one that's generated for us. It takes a certain strength of will. Do you think you have it in you?
to do what?
Continue your hymns in your mind and out loud without them being fed.
Of course.
Suppose only time can tell. Any, I'm gonna search a little further. I'll use the committed wrath. See if there's anything else in there other than the holodogmatic thing.
Yes. There are
Search all the deep places.
several devices in
Rolled
which
so well.
you are slightly familiar with simply from schooling. It's devices that Astara would have no idea about, almost as if they were listening devices. Each one, as you're scanning through, you try and zoom in, and immediately the data slate that you're using, the medical device, shuts off.
Huh, must be a glitch. One moment. Try it again.
You boot it back up. Everything boots back up fine. And then the screen begins to jitter, much like my camera. And
Too real, Frank.
For once it
Yeah.
doesn't when you say it.
I know.
Like,
As
what's
soon
that?
as I said it, I'm calling it out. And so it's not going to do it. And it's replaced with a simple eye with 3 crossbeams in the middle, the symbol of the Inquisition. And it's almost like a login code appears.
I think for a moment. What is your login ID?
My number? I have it. You mean like her BD's
Yeah.
officer?
Yeah, her login ID and password.
What do you
I assume hers isn't going to work. We're going to try it.
3176.
Plug it in there. 8675309.
Yeah, it comes up with an error code.
I didn't think so.
You should have tried 1, 2, 3, 4.
What are you talking about?
It's usually
I'm like
that
laying
works.
in the.
Weird, that's
thing.
my password too.
That's
think for a
attached to my
moment-
luggage.
Oh, that's yeah.
I may have accessed something here. It's definitely our BD's. It requires a login. It doesn't surprise me that your regular code doesn't work. The question is whether or not you were meant to ever be able to unlock it. If it was something you were meant to unlock at some point.
I thought you said
What?
Inquisition.
Inquisition.
Oh, sorry, Inquisition. Oh, so sorry. Inquisition. Oh,
Yeah.
that just settled. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Roll it back, and I go. So when it doesn't work, I go, I didn't think so. Astara. Unfortunately, I did find something here, but you're not going to like what it is. It's the Inquisition.
I do not have any problem.
Anymore.
There's no news they are into.
There is an access port here. If we can crack it, we might be able to find much more. Or this could be
Dildo
the key
falls through
to...
the vents. He has his knife out.
Ah! Stab her in the back of the throat. Oh,
No, to heck.
that exactly. That's where it is. So I say, any ideas?
And do you show her the data slate with the inquisitorial symbol?
If I
under it?
can. I don't know exact physical setup, but if I can, sure I will.
Yeah, it's basically you're holding a tablet. So
Oh, sure. There's like wires to the back of the head, like Ghost in a Shell or something like that.
yeah.
Okay.
But Sarah, if he shows you the screen, it's just simply a black blank screen.
I don't see it.
I look at it. I assume the symbol's there.
The symbol's there.
I turn it back.
Same thing.
It looks at you questioning.
Can I move off that screen for a moment?
Mhm.
So it shows me with the screen prior.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at like a Windows screen or whatever it is. And I show it to her. What does she say?
She sees that screen.
And then
Yeah.
while she's still looking at it, I'll click to go back to like 3-finger swipe to the side, Apple style, whatever you do.
Yeah, you swipe blank screen.
You have a block. There's something here. Just like we've had to trust that you had a specter that we couldn't see. Trust me. There is something here.
I did not notice. When you asked
Neither
me
do
that
I.
question. When I was very little, I did. And he was. He always told stories. And they me to the. They thought they would be able to. I think they would. I've not seen when they left. Every day, grab me, invade me to admitting it did not happen. So they just
But there are also things you haven't and cannot say. It's your decision. I won't force it upon you, and truth be told, I don't know how to open this thing much more than throw it into a pool of water. I am
What
no
do you-
Manvictus.
what are you proposing?
I can try to slice into this, or we can forget it's there. The life you had, or the life you want.
Tell me this. You think what it is easy?
I think we all have our part to play. Some more critical than others, with greater consequences. But with dedication and a clear mind, it will all be worthwhile.
Star like leans back and lays down and closes her eyes. Well then. I leave my mind in your hands. That of the Empire. Let him guide you.
Grab a glass of water and pour it on it. I look down at it and I'm like, I look around, Frank, to see if there are any tools that I might be able to use nearby.
So what?
Wrath
erase-
point. That sounds like a.
To
What
erase
tools
the
do you
data
want?
state?
Well, I mean, I have one wrath point left,
Can I spend
and
a
I'm
wrath?
going to need that for my roll.
To not.
Can I
Well,
spend
you're
a
trying
wrath?
to destroy the thing.
I want to be able to unlock it so
Can
that
I-
we can.
Oh.
Can I spend
Whatever
a
would
wrath for
I
him
will-
Sorry, I keep talking over you.
to have a tool?
Vox comms.
You guys are able to talk. That's what Vox is.
Yeah.
I'll allow for 4 wrath points. You guys somehow have something to get through. I saw that, Scott.
That wasn't me.
I didn't move it.
No, I have 4.
Oh, you have 4?
Yeah, I actually have 4. I have them on the screen. I just didn't have them up there.
She never spent them, and she used her badge twice.
Here.
I used
Sure.
my badge twice.
Okay. Okay, I'll allow it.
I mean, I literally just said the phrase. I think
Technically, you can
everybody
only
has their
get one.
value.
You
Yeah,
can
you can
only
only-
get one from
But Scott
one
has.
group.
Well, Frank, I did say the phrase "find a use for the otherwise heretic." I mean, was that not what I was just talking about? You know, I think everybody
not a
has a
heretic.
part to play. Some just have greater consequences than others. That is literally what I was referencing.
But she's not a heretic.
I just, well, I
Um.
found more information about Wilmer's whereabouts. There's my second one.
Okay. Yep.
Yes, give me my back, mother.
Yeah, give
Fluffer.
it back to me.
Scott doesn't get one though.
You know, there you go, Mom Hollis. I need them.
Yeah, so whoever is attempting the check, I want you to roll a tech check. You're spending your wrath to make the check, basically.
Yeah, to give you the conditions to make the test.
Oh, so she spent her wrath to give me the conditions to make the check. Cool.
Yeah.
And
Alright,
I'm going to spend mine to invest it to reroll.
Well, here's my question.
Yeah.
Did you talk in the Vox comms to get a better tech person in here? Or is this just you and Ostara?
No, just me and a
Stab it.
star because we're trying to be discreet about the situation. Yeah. I know you guys are obviously better tech people, but I don't know if a star would have been as open about all this with other people, with you guys, though. So, because the two of them tend to be a little bit more open with one another. Were there any more glory, or did I spend the only one before?
spent
Spent the only one.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's do this. Make sure I increase here and then decrease. What did I bump up before? Medicaid, drop that back down. So, affecting stuff later
Or
on.
this could be the perfect moment where they say in the Vox, because they said they were gonna try to find us.
Mm-hmm.
That's up to.
That's up to them.
Oh, don't increase my tech. What am I doing? That's wrong.
Just as he's about to like stab me in the head, you're like, "Hey, Star, Luther."
If anything, Torrene would literally just chime in and say, "Hey, we're heading back to the ship.
You know,
Word on
dumping a
the-
couple extra bodies.
Word
Oh,
on the street is we got to go back down."
okay. I get an
I
11,
hear
but you
that.
only rolled 1, 2, 3. You only rolled 4 dice.
I imagine Astara said that. Sorry, he said we both heard that, and I'll look to Astara, who I imagine her eyes are still closed, and say, "It's now, or never."
Just nods her head.
It's a really good roll considering my skill
Yeah.
is 6.
It is.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It's a great roll. Yes. What information are you attempting to get out of it? Are you attempting to log into it?
First of all, I wanted to know. Well, the first things I wanted to know how to do was shut the damn thing off or sever it, remove it. But before I did that, because Luther is still cautious, even if he has a bit of a blind spot in this situation. He's cautious. He would still want to know what it was that he was removing, what the functionality, like what the function and purpose of this thing is, before he just made the final decision, take away.
Okay, I thought you were trying to log into the thing.
I was to a degree, so I could find out that information.
Because
I think you can remove like a power down, right?
Yeah. You're not going to be able to log in to see its exact functionality, but you're going to be able to get in and shut it down and remove it.
Okay. Do I know at all what its purpose is, or no?
No.
If I shut it down and remove it, is it something that could later on be accessed?
Possibly.
Okay, cool. So at least there's a chance. It might be a slightly corrupted hard drive, but there's still data that can be on there.
Picture as you're pulling out the hard drive from a running computer.
I think before...
Frank is such a generous GM.
No, in this case, I'm not being generous. It's the exact DC to remove is 7, to access is 10.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
So I think what I would do, depending on the positioning of us on the table, of like her like lying on the table or sitting, whatever it is, right before I actually officially remove it, I'll either place like a hand on the shoulder and give like an affirming squeeze, or like hand in hands to like, just as like a sign of, there with you, and
touching hands,
do the official like
reaching out.
Yeah.
Just we play that with the Red Sox games because New England sports are the best.
I have a cousin named Caroline, so
make a resolve.
Sweet Caroline.
Oh my God!
Maggie, what are you
I
doing?
don't know what a resolve is. I've never had to use it before.
Maggie,
I have a 4.
Oh God, Maggie.
Luther, make an athletics.
I am very athletic. I am the most athletic boy. See? Glorious 5! Can I use it immediately to affect this roll?
No.
Wait, you can't use it immediately when you roll it? Like a critical hit?
How do you plan to use a glory for it?
I mean, I don't know, to either turn it into a 6 or to make whatever I need to do a little bit faster or stronger, smarter. Faster, stronger.
I'll let you do it faster.
Sure.
Yeah, as soon as you
camera's kinda
remove
wonky.
the device, Astar, you are instantly assaulted with images upon images of just warp demons and the like as they flood into your brain as this limitation device is removed. Luther, you
I
are
make all the worst decisions.
yeah.
Born! Out of game, not in game.
Basically, tiny dampener that you removed. Now, as soon as the device is removed, Luther, the screen that you were looking at immediately turned red, inquisitorial symbol on it, and the machine itself explodes, throwing you backwards as shrapnel flies across the room.
Astara is laying there.
So sorry, Maggie. If I could use the glory for anything, because I don't mind taking the damage, because she's kind of prone and exposed. If I can spend the glory, because now that I know what you're saying it's doing, can I use it to like throw it away from her? So even if it's throwing it behind me, so it still hits me the same, but hurts her
It's
less?
not the data slate, it's the entire computer side. It's eliminating all evidence, basically, of what just happened.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Maggie, sorry to interrupt you.
I think Ostara's just laying there, staring straight and just like deadpan, like staring straight, like this. But she's not actually afraid because I'm fearless. So she's just more of like just staring, like she's seeing something.
Yeah.
That's all you see.
Astar, you are going to take 1 corruption for it.
I have all the corruption.
What? Can I at least roll my conviction?
I mean,
See if I do get correct.
maybe. Go for it. Try it out. Yeah. You have a dampener removed from you. Basically,
Like
opening
one-
up a new part to you.
One for
So just one.
up here.
I feel like it would have been more if it was another
Only because it's the only because you rolled a rune, basically.
complication.
Yeah.
And 4 wrath on that.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, apparently.
It is. Yeah, a orderly immediately runs into the room upon hearing the commotion and begins shouting at what are you both doing there? What is going on?
I'm not moving, I'm just staring.
I'm just going to tell the orderly to stand down and back out. I'm just gonna like turn to them. It's because obviously I'm surprised, and I'm not entirely like injured. I'm surprised, kind of like upset or whatever. I don't know if she's okay or not. This person's interrupting. I'm gonna be like, more or less like, get out. Where's my succeed, Scott? Let's just have a moment.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, you're intimidating. But
Yeah.
for the record, you also rolled 8 6s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never ever want to face you in 40k.
Just intimidation. It's because he has a
You could,
+2. to
you could
each
literally win with any army in 40k
No,
just
he-
by the fact
No, no.
that you rolled.
He
a
No,
has-
He has a
he has a-
modifier
Yeah.
that turns any 4 into a 6.
Oh,
So a 4, 5, or
you
6
treat-
rolled, it becomes a 6.
So you treat any success as though it's an icon?
Wait, what?
No, for every dice, he gets
Yeah.
a +2 to whatever the dice roll was.
That's why,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
So
So,
does that-
each dice,
Is
Fives
that how
become
that
6s
works?
too?
That's
that is
exactly
how that works.
That's
So-
pretty sweet.
wait.
So ones
Holy
become
shit.
3s,
Yeah.
3s
so,
become 5s, etc.
Yeah.
Oh. No
So
I
he
didn't
wonder.
know
rolled-
that.
yeah, he
Skills.
rolled.
How is that fair? That is
Modifiers are awesome.
You literally can't lose. Like that is incredible.
Yeah, modifiers
I'm
are
just mean.
really good.
That's all I'm good at.
You
is
have-
being mean.
You have like
He
a
is mean.
72% chance, or I guess 7, whatever 1 out of 6 is, 18%. So 1 minus 18%, 82% chance to succeed on any die.
He
you're
literally
telling
rolled
me,
a
Eric-
D100 just to see if he would come with me because he's
What
an
are you telling
asshole.
me?
And the only reason why he
I
rolled
need
that
to
is because he
go
actually
and
kind of
get my
cares
hat
about
back on
Astara.
just for Tyler, because I'm so mean.
Yeah, modifiers
Um,
are cheating, so that's very fitting that you're wearing that.
Oh,
Don't mind Tyler. He's the only one that's not afraid. That's
I
that's
wouldn't
not
piss
need to
off the
fear.
man with a plasma gun. So like,
He's
I
just
don't know.
intimidated. Tyler's just
I like that.
intimidated. That's all. It's okay, Tyler.
Hey, can I, Frank?
Hello.
Corne walks into the room and shoots Luther.
Roll to hit.
Right in the face.
Yeah, no. Basically, the orderly
Right,
runs
do the
in.
Alex,
You
yeah.
shout at him, get out. He looks at you, freezes for a moment, and says, Commissar Luther, Officer Starr, you're being summoned by the captain, and then rushes out of the room.
I'm gonna go over to Astara and like once again kind of like place like a hand on the shoulder. God, my camera got all wonky. Place a hand on the shoulder and kind of like look into her eyes and see if she can see me, because I know they're open, but I don't know if she could see.
Demons.
Astara.
Can I hear him?
Yeah.
After the second time you say my name.
They're not here. They're visions. There's nobody in this room. Just us.
I'm seeing like demons and stuff.
Yeah. You're literally seeing things around the room. You can tell that they're not actually there, though. They're see-through. Transparent, in a way. Several clinging onto Luther. Looks like they're trying to pull him away. However, their actions do nothing.
Everywhere. And then she turns to look at you and she's like,
and they will not succeed. I'm gonna try to like you brace like one hand on like arm and the other on the shoulder and try to sit you up a little bit. Not going anywhere.
Yeah. And as the minutes pass, the visions and the projections that you see simply fade away into nothingness.
Sarah will say a prayer.
Now,
Do I know this prayer? Could I say it along?
probably.
Okay.
Now, just because I don't think we have time for me to go into both Tirane and Gildo, all four of you, well, three of you plus Tirane as a tag along, are being summoned by the captain.
Oh, I was like, that was mean. But that makes
That's
sense.
nice. We get to meet Natalia, who's probably pissed, but that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so after you all basically recuperate, Gildo, Tirane, you're the first ones to actually arrive there. You meet a very finely dressed woman in the officer's ward, the kind of nice area where they all meet and have dinner. She's standing at the end of the table with a holographic projection of the city of Thero in the middle of it. She's discussing with several other officers as you two are escorted in. She doesn't pay much attention to you as she's going over troop deployment, where to hit, and the like. One of her officers is simply saying that they do not have enough soldiers to attack a hive city. And that's when both Astara and Luther are also escorted into the room. And now she looks up and looks at the four people on the sides of the rooms. Yes, well, we may not have enough people, but you came from the city, yes? I've been informed of much.
Yeah, we were at the city. What of it?
She
I'll
looks at
clear
you.
my throat at Tornay in his disrespect of higher authority, which is one of my gets openly annoyed with people that do not seem to understand rank and structure of the Imperium.
Yeah.
Literally one of my things.
Tornay's just trying to cut straight to the point, which is his
Wow.
thing.
Yeah, she looks a little angry at Tarane's response, but composes
just
herself.
shrugged.
We are going to simply level the city. However, the void shield is in the way. You seem to be the one in charge, and she nods towards Luther. Were there any other survivors from the Von der Wolf?
Not from the Von der Wolf that we were met up with. However, we did come to hear of their survival. I think actually Tornay here, as well as Gildo, interacted with some of them. Though I don't believe Star or I did.
You guys were at the party.
They were all at the party?
Yeah.
I bet you guys kind of ranked in on... Because I thought we were kind of separated from them. Because we were
No,
dealing with the higher ups,
were-
and you guys
you
were
were
like
in the-
It's
beyond.
like in the ballroom of the party.
Yeah, they were in the ballroom. Tornay kind of saw them, but we didn't interact. You guys were actually there.
Thank you. I'll
That's
rephrase
right.
that. I'll be like, there's rumor that there are survivors of the Von der Wolf there. We were not able to verify it, but it seems true enough.
Unfortunate. We may simply have to accept casualties. You know this hive city the most out of all of us. I don't want to send a surgical team in without leadership or without local guidance. We are simply going to disable the void shield generator, and then we are going to destroy the city. This world shall burn under my boot heel.
Star, like deadpan, staring straight, is just says, "What are the?"
And what Do tell, would that entail?
Shakes her head.
Torne just kind of looks at Gildo.
There's
Yeah,
something.
It's like a subtle thing. It's like his head turns as kind of like a side eye through his goggles, not really a like direct stare at you.
There is something below.
Then we shall burn that as well. I simply want vengeance for the 1166 soldiers that I lost aboard this ship.
I realize you're attacking the wrong target. My apologies, but while the city certainly has its part in heresy, it certainly has its part in everything that you're accusing them for, they are not the only ones. There is an island to the north and east of there, where there is literally a cabal of heretics with spaceflight that we believe are the ones who, in fact, attacked the Von der Wolf at first. We believe they are the true enemy here. The rest are just buffoons.
I do
Needing
have to agree.
punishment, but buffoons nonetheless.
She
I turn to you when you say that.
raises her hand. The situation is not up for debate. I know of the island, and they are the next target. We will simply destroy this city, and then move on to them.
I have no complaints there, just nod.
Star nods
One
too.
objective at a time. Do you picture that you, and she kind of eyes the four of you, will be able to do this mission? Get in, eliminate whatever deep target you're talking about underneath the city, and destroy the Void Shield generator.
Not without Alana
Damn it.
and a good vessel.
Well, the Von der Wolf itself is the best there is around. Fortunately, she can't fit that low. The ship that you took in, that should do enough.
I will look to Torne and Gildo and see if they agree with the idea of that should do enough.
Dang it. I feel like I would know enough about taking down shields that I would be able to say something, right?
100%.
Like,
You were on Catachan.
yeah, right. Listen,
And Katie.
it's not easy. Not gonna be easy, but with the right tools, all of us four could get it done.
Is there anything they could do to increase the armament?
Doo-doo.
I will give you whatever my ship stores can spare. However, I only have a simple broadside instead of two. I'll pound that void barrier for as long as I can. They won't know you're coming. Just make sure that you tell us when you're ready, and we'll cover.
I need something.
And what is that? Tell me what you need, Psycho.
Something. When we were down there,
Torne is gonna actually reach into his bag and throw an item at Ostara.
Huh.
Yeah, Astar, he kind of throws what looks like a thick collar onto the table towards you.
is it?
I'm actually going to ask aloud, what is this?
Johnny.
Well, found it off one of the bodies. Believe it's a dampener of sorts for powered folks like you.
I pick it up and look it over.
Will it dampen my powers, like make my powers less, or make it so that other people can't feel that?
Probably both.
Both.
I look it over to see if it looks like there's any form of. We've all seen, what was that movie, Running Man or whatever, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I look to see if there's any
No
charges
explosive
on
device,
it.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you like checking to make sure I'm not trying to blow up a star?
Well, I just think that your character wouldn't necessarily, his opinion's not very high. So I look at.
I look at that and I say, but that's what me.
It will temporarily. How is it removed?
Just
What's to stop somebody who's? I'm asking this of Torne because, he's the one that gave it to me. What's to stop someone from taking it off their own neck?
There's no stopping somebody from taking it off themselves. You just unhook it.
I'm going to hand it to Astara. Perhaps a demonstration. See how it feels.
It does have limited power, just so you know.
What do you mean?
It'll only last so long.
A very brief demonstration.
Perhaps I will try when it is.
I'm going to give her kind of like a lingering look just to make sure she's steady. Does she seem like she's holding it together considering everything that just happened?
Yeah, oddly.
Okay.
Most
Then-
people, if they saw what I saw, would be running, screaming with, and losing their minds.
Oh, yeah, I imagine, yeah. I imagine when I handed over the collar to you, it was one of those things where I go to place it in your hands and I give you like a look, like definitely like a checking up on you look as I'm placing it into your hands. But then when you kind of give that yeah, I'm okay kind of look back, that's when I'll let it go and take my hand back and just leave it for you to do with as you need. And then
Torne will actually say, ask the question, why do you think you need it? Is that something we should be worried about too?
Like I seem to be able to tap.
like
Then
when
I
we were in the car driving.
But I will.
Oh, let's hope it's just you and they can't do stuff to us.
It is kind of like how.
Ah, force bond, got it.
Not quite.
Can she be Kylo? Kylo's a cooler character. Yeah, no. Skywalker.
no, she's Ray.
Super lame. So I say, Captain, the location that you're sending us to, will this ship be enough to get us there, the one that we arrived in, or will we need a land vehicle for when we land?
I'll be able
mirror
to
out of them.
Torne kind of smiles because he knows he has that bike in it.
I'll be able to provide you with fast transportation, unarmored though. But if you are able to get into the city, well, we will be out of contact with you. The void shield will block all communication.
And we have permission to take Alana?
You may take your Alana with you.
Good. I have no further questions. I'll say looking to the rest of them.
Good. Then you are all dismissed. May the God Emperor's blessing be upon you all.
Last question.
You're dismissed. One more question.
That's what I was waiting for.
Very Torne.
Very, very character driven.
Shoot him in the back of the head. Sorry about that, Captain.
Torne here from New York Times. Quick question.
He literally is just
like had a microphone out.
Do you have any plasma batteries?
You'll have to check with the quartermaster for your own unit for that. You all dismissed for now. And she pointedly turns and leaves. You guys filter out of the room, and Gildo, you notice one of the communications officers approaching you. You match the description. Are you Gildo Stern?
Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah.
You're in-
Encrypted message for you. And he holds up a data slate.
It says Ophelia Fortinbras sends her regards. She will arrive soon. In system currently.
New system soon.
I want to talk to the. Ooh, I mean, Italia. You said you needed an army.
Yeah, and we just go
Yeah.
to black directly on that.
Hopefully we don't get on that planet.
Assaulting this place with a bunch of fucking Sisters of Battle incinerating everybody would be pretty cool.
Okay, that
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm
is
picturing
Maggie
that
okay?
right
You
now.
know what I mean?
No, Maggie's super not okay.
Maggie, you
I
okay?
have one corruption.
Just one.
Oh,
It's
just
just
one.
Every time
one.
Luther does anything, it just gets worse.
Yeah, but I juggle your brain.
Oh man, should have waited to remove that until after the Inquisition was gone.
I have 2 corruption.
All right,
Who else is
But-
corrupted with us?
all of you.
Torne's not.
Actually, Toron is fine, I think.
yeah.
And technically, we're all still pure. You know.
Well, Gildo's not.
Gildo's like
pure.
5.
Yeah.
Gildo's not pure anymore?
No, he's pure.
Oh no, I'm definitely not pure. I literally have 5.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah, I
It'll
thought
show you if you're
6
not
was.
pure.
Oh yeah, technically I'm 1 level up. I'm one above the normal threshold. So now when I take it, I take 2 or whatever, or the difficulty
is it
you're
called?
one
resist
tarnish?
is harder now for me.
What
Yeah,
is
I'm
it
Yeah, I
called?
think he's tarnished.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
tarnished since my time in Cadia when I'm literally like fighting
Oh,
demons
so
and
you've been
shit.
tarnished
like-
this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Black Legion like rammed a space station into my planet. Like I had to have seen some shit. So yeah, that's what represents my past of all of the terrible things I've seen.
All right. Well, that is episode 18 of Unsung Fury. Looks like you guys are going back to the planet, back to the place you just escaped, with a special mission on hand and some unexpected reinforcements, which you'll have to find out about next week.
We expected them.
Potentially maybe our finale. So
Death
come
Watch?
tune in. So
No,
I'll
great
go
nights, much
around,
worse.
Oh
have
god.
everyone say what their favorite moment was and where you can find them at. Because they don't only do content here, and they do content in other places. We will start things off as we started them in the beginning. Gildo.
Yeah, I get to
Hi.
start first. Thank
Plus-
you so much.
You're
Maggie,
welcome.
thank you. This has been super fun. I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere. Yeah, the big thing that I'm running right now are kind of 2 things. I'm running Blades in the Dark, called Dogs Duskfall, and also I'm running Pendragon, Age of Uther. Both those games right now are super fun. Very, very different games, but holy crap. I love role-playing games a lot. I've been kind of feeling like maybe want to get in some D&D or something. I'm missing the I don't know, I'm missing rolling D20s right now and attack rolls and charisma saves. I don't know. That's just me right now. Seriously, thank you. My favorite moment was me failing my roll to hit Torne.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's
Torne's
actually sucked.
lucky.
That
The,
was
the
so
team
funny and so
attack that.
perfect.
Oh my god, yeah.
Great if you
I
just
was like, Torne might die here. Or like be very injured.
Oh yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, technically, I probably would just do this, and yeah, and I would have to feel really bad about it. And like, you didn't say anything about it, Tyler.
I was
you're-
sitting there laughing. I was trying so hard because I
Yeah.
knew it was
Well,
me.
we both did. We both did as players,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to do the Weasley thing of being like, no,
Right.
wait, he's not going to see it. Because it's like, no, it's like we tried. I tried, and we failed the awareness test, and I got a complication, and I'm going to attack you because we were expecting it,
Yeah.
you know? And
But you notice I didn't react to you. I reacted to the other person.
And
It was like, that's
I
who
trust-
I saw.
yeah, no, totally, exactly. And that's exactly what you would do, right? And
Yeah.
we both acted exactly, and it just was so fucking hilarious that I just completely reverse Yahtzeed my roll,
Yeah.
and so end up not hurting you.
I don't think we've had an attack roll
Literally
that
missed.
low.
Yeah,
No.
that was one,
no.
right?
Well, maybe me.
I think I rolled a 1 on something else earlier, but
Not an attack roll.
it wasn't an attack roll.
I'm the
no.
best at attacking. It's my best.
It was my awareness. My awareness, I rolled a 1 despite the fact that I roll 8 die. But yours was even more ridiculous, yeah.
So good.
You rolled 12 or 10.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Tournay, what was your favorite moment and where can people find you at?
You can find me all over social media as Apocalypto_12, or you can just search Tyler Scheid. That generally works if you spell my last name right. But YouTube is just without the underscore. I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff on the side, and I hope to be back streaming tomorrow because my Tuesday comes back. I was out of town for a week, so I haven't streamed since like the 24th of February.
Whoa, that's a long time.
So I've just been really busy. But my favorite part, I can't, that perfect roll by Gildo. It was mine before Eric said it. So it was one of those things. But I also really liked the fact that Luther just was like, no, I got this with my tech check, and just pulls an object out of Ostara, and it blows up, of course, and causes damage, corrupting the party with his words and now his actions.
Funny enough, I actually forgot about this, Ostara. Commissars and any allies within 15 meters in line of sight have +2 to resolve tests. You should have rolled 2 more to that resolve test if that's what you rolled before.
All right, let's see how it goes. Roll 2d6.
Nah.
I mean,
That's an additional, 2 successes right there? Or 3?
3.
3.
It's 3 more successes? What did
But
you
the
roll before again?
complication was the issue.
Sure, but it's still a 6 and a complication.
No, the resolve, that's not for the corruption. That was for, are you going to pass out or not?
I rolled a 3,
Yeah, you already didn't pass out.
so I rolled
Yeah.
a 6.
Yeah, so it didn't matter.
You tried.
He tried.
Speaking of Luther trying, tell us what your favorite moment was tonight, and of course, where people could find you at.
Luther's like, he's trying so, when it comes to a star, he tries so hard, and he fails so miserably.
But in the end, it just doesn't really matter.
Yeah, honestly, Luther dying might not be bad for the Empire.
I don't think you can fix
Wow.
Star. She's been
I can
messed
agree with
up
that.
since she was little.
Yeah, no, you can't fix any psychic. No, that's like part of
Who you is.
I'm genuinely curious if everything got removed from you, if you would have a completely different mindset.
No,
I don't think
Well, that's what
so.
it doesn't work that way.
we were working on doing something. We
I wonder-
removed limitations for you, and we
I
got rid of
wonder
the
if there's
auto-
something blocking her memories or anything like that too.
No, her memories are fine.
I wonder
Listen-
if we fundamentally change who you are, you'll be the same person. What are you? Of course not.
But every step of the way, I have asked you, like, how do you feel about this or this? How do you feel about this? Or that? I've done like checks. I've been like, you want to keep going? And you're like, yes, rip it all out. And I'm like,
Can you see better
Okay.
with this or this?
melon baller
side.
or or
This
shovel.
side.
Anyways, we're talking about optometrists. So anyways, twitch.tv/DaleRick. I have 3 campaigns going on that are all in the same world, that are interwoven with one another in some way or another. The viewers have a very strong handle of how things interweave better than the players do, because the players are just supposed to enjoy their own little world and their own little campaign and what it is that they do. And the viewers on like the side little spoiler channels will be like, oh my God, I can't believe that this is connected to this. Like, ha ha ha, 3 campaigns all interwoven. So much fun. Yay. Eric, I'd invite you to join to play D&D over there, but you live in the West Coast, so you're 3 hours behind me, and that causes complications.
Yeah, no, I watch your stuff in the morning.
Wait, which one?
The porn.
Orelli, Argarim.
Aurorum.
Aurorum.
Which one?
I couldn't. There's fucking magic words, dude. Shut up, man. I don't know. Everyone has word magic.
No, it's okay.
Magic.
It's okay. Spoiler.
Aurorum Regicide.
Name with an M.
Regicide. I should have just said Regicide.
Oh, Regicide. That's the one with Tyler. That's the evil party. They're like
That's the best one. We're hilarious.
There's like a chaotic evil party, then there's like a lawful evil trying not to be party, and then there's a genuinely good party. It's so good.
And that's part of that needs to fail.
I might have something for you.
Ew. All right. Maggie, what do you like?
I'll go last. Well, we'll go to Frank. Frank, tell me
Frank's
where they
not a
can find you
person.
at, and what's your
I'm
favorite
not a
one?
person. I'm a bear. All right. As you all know, I'm Control Alt Frank. You can find me Twitch, Twitter at Control Alt Frank. Hopefully, I'll someday fix this camera. Don't know what it does, but it does what it wants. At the moment, running a game called West of Orion. It is a same universe, multi-group, multi-GM game, kind of like, but not really like Scott's, because it has multiple GMs and they're good GMs. Okay, me and one other. If you all want to join that, type or join our Discord, message me in the West of Orion chat, and I will, of course, make your character, do everything for that. Super fun. Stars without number system.
Ooh, I like it.
I love stars without number.
WN is an awesome system because it's super easy.
What, stars without number? I know, I love
So
it.
easy.
So easy.
It's just very deadly.
And of course, we will have this video up on youtube.com/MargaretCronePlays, and you can find me at Margaret Crone in all of the places. Be notified of all the things, and we will be potentially having our last episode next week, which will be crazy. So definitely tune in. Of course, for me, there's a few moments that I thought were awesome. I absolutely loved that Gildo rolled 1 for attacking Tornay, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna go like, if you hit him,
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
gonna
that's like,
hurt.
yeah, that's what I was killing the lictor thing, or not the lictor, the ravager with. Like it's my full attack roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved the scene with my grandfather.
Oh,
Love
that
all
was
those.
so good too. Yeah.
Really fun and cool to kind of show like a totally different aspect of Hammer. And then of course, getting to see Wilmer again, because we haven't seen him since the beginning, which was my prequel episode. So kind of finally getting reunited with him. Cool. And you get to see like a different side of a star, I think, around him. And then probably the scene at the end with Luther, just letting him pluck that thing out of my head, which is probably not the smartest decision, but also something, it's much more than what she thought it was. So, a whole nother thing. That's all I got. That's gonna wrap it up for us for episode 18 of Unsung Fury. We'll see you next for episode 19. Awesome. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.